Hello.
right.
Hi. How's it going?
Hi.
Welcome in.
Hey, everybody. Oh, wow.
Welcome to
So,
this the special start time Pantsless Tables charity one shot called "Welcome to Elsie." I said welcome 3 times there, but you know what I mean. Uh, we're hosting this one shot as part of the charity TTRPG thing that Just the Human is doing, which we're very very proud and grateful for all the good that they do in the community and beyond. Uh, links to donate are in chat if you would like to support the cause and other good things, and links to where you can find our players will follow shortly as soon as I set up the command on the bot, because I forgot to do that, but don't tell anyone. Anyway, let's introduce our players really quick. Let's start with alphabetically with H.
Hey everybody, I'm H from Rollin' Dirty. I can be found at Rollin' Dirty 5e pretty much everywhere but the Dead Bird site, and primarily on Threads, however. And I am a professional GM as well as the founder of Rollin' Dirty. We create NPCs, magic items, one-shots, all kinds of stuff for GMs to use in their games. I love world building and I will continue to do so until I die.
Hell yeah. Love that. Next is we're gonna save the DM for later. I think that's smart in my opinion. Next is Jay, if my alphabetical is right. Yes, Jay.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jay Africa, and I'm a Los Angeles-based pro DM and game designer working on a variety of things for the D&D Adventures League. And I'm also a streamer with Happy Jack's RPG Network. On behalf of me and my fellow Los Angelinos, thank you so much for watching and supporting. Hope you enjoy the game.
Miguel.
Oh, that's me. Hi, everyone. I am the internet's Miguel Classico. You can find me at Miguel_Classico wherever social medias are found, except for Blue Sky. They don't let you do underscores. I'm a Crit Award nominated GM player, AP mercenary. So find me on everyone's channel but my own because, I don't have one.
And Morgan.
Hello, my name is Morgan, otherwise known as Attack on Morgan. You can find me on all social media sites at Attack on Morgan. I am also a Los Angeles-based TTRPG performer, actor, content creator, and cosplayer. I am also with Miguel as an AP mercenary. I don't have my own channel, but you can find me on a bunch of different channels, mostly the Dice and Autism channel, also Pick Your Poison Productions, doing all sorts of cool, fun things that I don't want to spend forever talking about. Also, as somebody that lives in Los Angeles, thank you for being here and helping us raise money for Project Hope, which is a really amazing charity that is helping those affected and displaced by the fires that occurred here in Los Angeles.
Yeah, okay. Let me just say hi. You know me. I'm Steve. I run this place. We're doing a bunch of really cool things, and I'm very happy to introduce our DM, Andrew.
hi. Hi, my name is Andrew Bearden. I'm just a guy. My name is Andrew Bearden, and it's the real Bearden on the internet. I'm DMing for the first time on a stream today, right now. And we're going to see how this goes. I'm very excited. Hopefully that's going to translate into good energy, not bad energy. All right. Absolutely, yes. Okay. Yeah, welcome everyone. This is going to, I guess we're just going to jump into it. Mim, if you don't mind, just I want you to take a moment. I want you to just Mim, you are in storage. You have been in storage before. You found yourself you don't have brain meats or regular meats to get tired. You don't get bored. You don't have like straying thoughts, but you do have your consciousness there, and you can count, and you can think, and you can concentrate, but you don't really mind it. And you find yourself just thinking. Is there anything that you'd like to share about maybe the way your thoughts might drift in this kind of environment?
Yeah, so I play Mim. I am an autognome who transforms, and right now I'm going to say that in storage, I'm in the shape of a barrel.
So,
And sorry, go ahead.
No, barrel.
Yeah. You know, I kind of just like parts of me just kind of reconfigure. They snap shut, and you know, my face kind of disappears into my torso, and my legs and arms fold up, and yeah, I think that to conserve my energy, I kind of drift in and out of consciousness. Like every once in a while, I'll drift in while I'm in storage, and I'll see if there's anybody there, or if anybody's come to pick me up for my next big assignment. And then when nothing happens, I'll kind of just shut down for a little while in a dreamless sort of sleep, I suppose, a stasis. Right now, I'm contemplating. I'm trying to remember how many of these stasis cycles I've gone through, because it's been a while and nobody's claimed me from storage in a little bit.
It's been 5 or 6 of these shutdown moments. You think 5 or 6 could have been a year, could have been maybe 2. When you sleep, it's a little bit harder to keep track of time. But during this one time, your thoughts are kind of, thinking about just whatever it happens to be. When you do hear some commotion from outside of this little area you're in, you don't see anything. Your little metal ears hear clanking, and eventually your little metal mind does feel almost like a door open, and you hear, in the space of an instant, however fast it may be for like information to transfer from one point to another, you see a door open, and you hear, hello, is there anyone? Hello.
I'm pretty excited. Again, it's been a while, and so my head kind of pops up from the barrel top, and I say, "Hello, are my services needed once again?"
Oh, hello. That depends. I am here to inspect the contents of this facility. Do you have a name? Is this an intelligence I'm talking to, or is this a series of programs? Do you have what am I looking at here?
Okay. When my head pops out, do I see the person, or are they like around crates and stuff?
You still see. You pop your head up. You physically see darkness. You see, if you have any kind of heightened vision, you can see essentially a metal, like, just box that you're in, like a container. Like you can see a kind of a pretty neat container. It looks like it's pretty well to do. You look like it's something that is meant to contain something like you.
Okay, all right. If that's the case, I'll start to unfold. So spindly little legs come out of my barrel-shaped torso, and spindly little arms kind of pop out of the side. My head fully just like extends out. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to cast Dancing Lights, which manifests in 4 little openings, just kind of like opening in my torso. Little droney kind of firefly looking things popping out. And I'll step out of my box and approach formally, saying, I do indeed have a name. I am M1M-1C, but you may call me Mim, and I am at your service.
Nice to meet you, Mim. Just one second. What is your intentions? Would you step out of this box? What is your service?
Am I being asked that?
You're being asked this. You may answer however you will, and I think if you want, you may. Would you answer? Would you answer truthfully?
I would. Mim is very, very forthcoming. I actually am puzzled that this question is being asked of me, because usually when people come and get me, there's a name that I need to track down and either retrieve or kill. And so I step forward. Who do I see? When my dancing lights kind of like
you
spread out.
step forward. There is essentially a door that you can open from the inside. There's a handle. You'd have to like essentially you'd have to wrench it open and open. Like it's not meant. It's possible to be open from the inside. You'd have to essentially use a little bit higher, more of a like pneumatic movement to get it out. You can't just easily open it, but there is a way to open this door that you're at.
Okay. I'm not going to worry about opening it, but I'm going to say, oh, funny that you should ask about my services. Usually, those who come to retrieve me are well aware of what I am capable of and what I do. Do you have somebody that I need to find, or somebody whose life needs ending?
Whoa, not in particular. I have a strange question for you, little Mim. Do you want to do that? This is when you were asked this, I would like for you to first off think of the answer, do you want to or not? And secondly, if you don't want to, you can make a wisdom save.
You know, actually, I pause for a split second, like the answer doesn't come immediately, and for me, that's practically an eternity. And I say, it is my purpose in existence, and so I shall do it. Whether I want to or not is irrelevant.
That's an interesting question. I mean, answer to the question I asked you. If you don't mind, just step out of your container. We are going to have you shipped out.
Wonderful. I look forward to learning about my target.
The door doesn't open. It kind of just it sits there waiting for you to do whatever you're going to do. You can feel the area around you kind of rumbling, and you can feel that a nurse is changing. If you begin to really pay attention to your surroundings, a nurse is changing. It's very subtle, and you feel like something is coming to. You feel like your time in this box is coming to an end in a very weird way.
Okay. I have the patience of a hunk of steel, and so I'll actually just stand there waiting for the person to open a door and let me out.
Okay.
And then every if they don't open it, every couple of minutes or so, I'll just kind of yell out, "I'm ready for my assignment," and I just kind of do that like a recording on loop. Same intonation, no change.
So, in the next the next hour or so, you kind of are waiting. I'm ready for my assignment. You hear some murmurs from outside. What does that sound? I don't know. Just pull it, and you hear the lock of the door hiss open. The door creaks open. You hear one of the person say, "What is this thing?" You hear another voice say, "Probably some trash from where they picked this up. It's fine." And the door swings open. You are standing there, and you are greeted by two very different figures. One of them is like a long, very elegant elf wearing a jumpsuit with short sleeves and legs. Both of them are wearing this jumpsuit. It's a green jumpsuit, both short sleeves, short legs, a goofy little baseball hat with the same color with an M on it, and one of them's carrying a clipboard. The other is a small. He's a gnome. He's a pretty middle-aged gnome. I'm not sure how long gnomes live to be, but you can tell that this guy's still got enough pep in his step to try and keep things running smoothly here. He goes, it's grotesque. And the gnome goes, the elf is like, "Yes, grotesque. Can we please? This is on the list." It's just incredibly bored looking gnome. They say, "Yeah, that's it. Seems to have just been added. Let's go. And he taps the board and just walks away. And the elf kind of boredly says, "Are you able to walk?"
I am ambulatory, yes. And I start like walking and following the gnome.
Okay, you just like follow this little band of interesting little people through what seems to be a corridor of similar containers, and then through like you pass through similar containers, you go through a door, a big like one of those Star Trekky sliding doors out into a pretty sterile looking metal corridor, people walking to and fro, very busy. Like you step through the door, there's suddenly a din of like just busyness, just speaking, people yelling at each other, people moving, like pushing things on carts, and you're just told, all right, follow us. And the gnome just like bops on down the hallway. You eventually are passing through just like almost like an airport. You come through different like sections where you can see out. There's glass going out into what seems to be space. There are several different kinds of people. It looks like they're waiting on ships. They're waiting on shipments. They're waiting on just whatever happens to be. They're waiting on meetings, and you're just watching as you're stepping through this what seems to be a space station. And they lead you down a corridor. They lead you to a particular bay where someone is waiting with just a couple of carts of just bags and crates and all kinds of just things that seem to have been cobbled together. And you meet up and you see a kind of spindly looking guy. He's dressed much shabbier than the rest of the people that seem to be out here, but you can almost like slap him on the shoulder and send dust everywhere. He's spindly. He's got pretty cool hair. He's just like rubbing his hands together going, "Oh, wow. All right. Let's do this." Yeah, like, what do you want to do? Just follow along, or?
I'll look at that collection of stuff, and I'll say, "Is this the conveyance I meant to take to my assignment site?"
No. This is all just on order. Can I do anything for you before you head out? That's the no.
Do you know my assignment?
Nope, not at all. That's not what I'm paid to do.
Do you know where I can get my assignment?
Probably the assignment store. Am I right? And the elf next to him is just like so bored.
Then I will head to the assignment store. Could you please point me the way?
The guy that you have just come up to says, "Right this way, sir."
Okay,
Just
excellent.
hop on this cart.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. So now that I see that collection of stuff, I leap lightly through the air, and I turn into like a steamer trunk. And I land
All
on
right.
the cart.
All right. So you are part of the luggage now. You watch as the guy kind of signs for some stuff, hands the two workers a couple of like, it looks to be just almost like a jump drive each, and then just says like, "Yeah, stick it on that one." And they begin carting all these items onto a ship that is ready to get going. And you are now just on your way. You are lucky enough to be parked right next to a window, right inside, and you can watch as after I don't know, a good 15 minutes of protocol, and you hear the ship, the doors open, the ship starts up its engine, it shoots out into space, and you are now headed towards the nearest planet, which is the big planet, the one that is kind of the center of this particular world. It's called Terra Prima, and you are watching as the ship kind of veers away. You watch the corona of the atmosphere give way to just mountains with you can see, you pass over like a mighty castle that's got like it's at the top of a cliff that's right above what seems to be some warehouses. You pass over some rivers. You pass over some like you actually have to dodge what might be. You hear something. So we're in the path of a dragon. I'm going to take a detour. Some people talking at the front of the ship. You're just hearing all this kinds of just kind of unprofessional kind of chatter from the guy up front. And I think eventually you watch as you head out over a desert. And this desert it starts off, craggy with a lot of plant life, eventually turns into like sandy dunes, and eventually turns into urban, like just this city, this very kind of, no, from a distance it looks great, but when you get in there you can tell it's almost like all concrete and dust and streets. It's a city, and he's staying pretty low, kind of. He's not driving, I wouldn't say recklessly, but he's staying pretty low in the streets, diving in and out of like just overhangs and like through tunnels, and there's a point where he has to stop lower into like a parking garage, pull through that, and then go straight up through the top of another building, and just navigating through the urban wilderness. Eventually he does park inside the ruins of like just the concrete bones of a large building, and you eventually come to a stop. And he says, all right, we're here. You hear him talking on the radio. We got the ship today, this week's shipment. Picked up that thing you wanted, Walgren. And you hear the voice coming over the radio. I don't know. The autonome. It's like, yeah, autonome. Yeah, that's a good thing to call it. Looks like a gnome. All right, excellent. I'll be there to pick it up just a moment. And he just begins like lugging his stuff out of the ship, and he says, "Hey, you in there?" He kind of knocks on the thing you're turned into, the suitcase.
Oh, yeah. My head pops up slightly out of the body of the steamer trunk. One of the sides peels away into my arm, and I just give a little salute.
All right. You mind helping me with this stuff? I know that like I'm not supposed to ask the weird things like this, but I don't want to carry all this down.
Yeah. If they're asking me, I'll unfold myself. I'll say, "Of course, I am here to serve." And I'll start helping unload things.
Yeah, he starts off helping you out, and then eventually, as you're, staying diligent with your help, he just kind of like stops for a cigarette, stops for a drink, stops to like, make a phone call, and just eventually you're just like carting everything down for him. You go down like a blasted out hallway, and he stops. Whoa! Here we are. He runs up ahead of you, pushes some buttons on like what seems to be a working elevator, and it goes down into what may be the floor level. It takes a good 6 or 7 minutes to go down this elevator, and when it opens up, you're in Elsie proper. It opens up to see. Imagine the lobby of the biggest hotel like you can imagine, like just a hotel, but it's been like basically turned into the marketplace of a city in a way. Like there's people running around, there's people selling things. You have shops set up in stalls and shops made up in like and you have restaurants in the buildings in there that have been like co-opted into whatever they happen to be. There's just all kinds of people just like billing around. A lot of them are beginning to gather around you because this is delivery day, and this is the day that they all get the things that they have ordered. And you see the guy, they're yelling at him. They're yelling at him. Hey, you got my order? Like you have like a dwarf pushing people out of the way, going like, "You got my tools?" And he's just like, "Hold on, bro. Hold on. We got everything. Just check." Just sign here, and the commerce is like happening, and you're just watching. And I think this is going to be where we say welcome to Elsie. This is this is a small like community. This is in general a good 2,000 to 2,500 people that live in the bones of a city that has never actually made it to running. It's like these people they have a full community, and it's in the middle of like hundreds of miles of urban wilderness. And yeah, these people are very eager to see both the things you brought and you yourself. You have like kids running up to you. One of them is like a little halfling kid. He's bit shorter than you. He just kind of goes like, what is this? He starts poking just like on you, trying to find like buttons or something. Do you have buttons?
I do not. At least none that someone like you would be able to trigger.
Oh yeah, and you have like the guy that brought you here. He says, get out of here, comrade. You don't need this thing. We don't know what it is yet." And it's like, but is it gonna blow up? No, it's not gonna blow up. Will you get out of here? And yeah, like I think
Actually, before the kid runs off, I put like one of my spindly arms reaches out and goes onto their shoulder. And when they ask if I'm gonna blow up, kind of like offhand, I just say, "No, I shall not explode until the correct button is pressed." However, where is the? Hold on, I gotta think about this one. Where is the assignment store?
The guy looks at you, kind of confused, and just kind of like shoves the kids like, "Take off out of here, Conrad. Go, 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 go." And I think the rest of you, I would like to kind of go around and like say what you're up to. I want to start with Shiva, actually. Shiva, could you describe yourself?
Oh, me, right?
Yeah.
I'm not used to being first. Okay, cool.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. Shiva is this big, hulking, like 7 foot tall or half orc, brownish red skin, has giant ears, eyes big, wide, almost bloodshot at times. Walks with a bit of a limp. He's wearing this very no nonsense business suit, almost with, you can see the shiny shine of a breastplate just peeking out a little bit. Just think of like a bouncer at a club, and now think of them as an orc with brownish red skin is the vibe, right? Big, like square almost, hair slicked back, and arms clutching the arms clutching a hammer that he's dragging behind him, which is sparking slightly against the paved road, and just lifts the hammer up, peeks around a corner, makes sure there's no nonsense happening, puts the hammer back down, and then continues walking. What time of day would it be right now?
This is early. This is 9 to 10 o'clock. You're actually getting ready to start what might be a new job for you. There's actually a new bar opening today. About a week ago, another one burnt down. So somebody jumped right in to like fill in that hole, and they said, "Hey, okay, all right, we don't want that to happen again. So we want get Shiva in there. Give him a fire extinguisher. It doesn't matter." And yeah, you're just kind of hanging around waiting for the grand opening today.
Yeah, makes sense. It's very early for him. Like Shiva usually works nights, so to be up at 9, 10 a.m., the only way for him to be up this early is if he has not slept all night. So his eyes are extra red and extra bloodshot because of that. Because sleep is a luxury that most people cannot afford on Elsie, or at least he cannot. So it's just doing his best to look presentable, but also he needs to look menacing because that is the vibe for a bodyguard of sorts. And I just realized that their pronouns are they, them, and not he, him. So I'm gonna retcon that really quick. And Shiva is just built like a fucking bear, is what their vibe is. That's them, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna change that too. So yeah, you're. I think maybe you're looking more intimidating than you might expect, having not slept all night and probably showing it. I think most people are kind of like giving you a wide berth, not so much as in fear, but in a kind of respect that is like, he's probably had a hard night and you don't want to make it worse, so people are just kind of like maybe waving at you, if anything. Maybe like, I think maybe one of the vendors says, hey Shiva, you do coffee? You like some coffee?
Oh, yes, coffee. Coffee's good.
All right. They kind of give you
how much. What's the biggest cup you have?
Well, I got this leftover bottle from last night. We're just gonna maybe wrap it up in a couple of, I don't know, some not a blanket. That's not something we have at work today. But like he gives you actually a bottle with like the one of the big wide lipped bottles, like a jar or something. Gives you some, strangely enough, tongs to carry it around with if you're interested, and just fills that up with black coffee. Passes you like a couple packages of whatever you may want, some cream or some sugar, some whatever else might go into Orchid's coffee.
Wait, the whole thing? That's all mine?
That's
do I know
yours,
you?
sir. That on the house today. Yeah. You look like you need on the house.
Oh, shit.
And
Okay. Thanks. I appreciate it. If you need any bug squashing, and you know what the kind of bugs that I squash, you know where to find me.
usually I can just like spot you out here. Yeah, absolutely. That is something I will treasure more than big gold. So yeah, you got honestly like a tong full of just like a huge coffee in a bottle, and you're headed. You're just kind of like here to take in the day. People are crowding around the cargo elevator, and they that means that the shipments have come in this week. The guy that does it, his name's Joe Porter. He's like the one person in town who has the ability to get in and out on ship. For whatever reason, he's got clearance to do that, and he's the one that goes out and grabs just orders from the nearest station in space, and he's just the guy that you talk to if you want something, and that's where people are going right now. You thinking about it's 9 to 10. You said in about 3 hours you'll be hard at work, just kind of maybe keeping down crowds for the new place, because people haven't had a drink in like 3 days, not from a public place, but they're rearing to go. And I think you look around town. Is there anyone maybe that will be in this kind of market area? I mean, are you guys playing trades or anything like that? This is a question for the rest of the party or the rest of the group.
I think that Joe is probably on her way to the Dragon's Breath.
You're probably on the way. All right. So, Joe, would you like to describe yourself?
Joe is a 2'10" halfling, dressed out in 3 colors, primarily black and dark teal with a little bit of white, and dark shadowed hood with pretty prominent, as you can tell, sort of eyepiece over the left eye. Has tech on her arm and wrist area, and utility belt with a couple little satchels and stuff like that. And just trying to like get through the crowd, not hidden like I've done something wrong, just don't want to be acknowledged. Don't want my presence to be acknowledged. Just trying to get through, get to the Dragon's Breath, and then breathe.
All right, so you're watching. It's pretty easy for you today. People aren't really looking for you or anything like that. Their attention are split pretty evenly between getting the new wiring hall open and getting their stuff they ordered from Myrmidon. You are on your way. You're headed towards one of the shops outside of the actual lobby market area. This will be in a kind of an open space terrace market. There are several like makeshift stores out there. Several of them are made out of like several are made out of like storage container looking things. Several of them are like made out of brick. You have people who have dug holes in the ground and have like just like are selling stuff out of like just a little critter with his wares. You know what I mean? You see all kinds of weird stuff out here. But yeah, like what does the Dragon's Breath look like?
So Dragon's Breath is like a very like cobbled together kind of shop. Like the outside probably is made with like various different colored bricks. And there's the sign that says the Dragon's Breath. And then right underneath the sign of the shop, it says, "Want something fixed? Buy a potion." And inside the shop, it's like all manner of like furniture that does not go with each other. Like there's like metal shelves and wooden shelves, and it's just very like mismatched. And like all of the shelves are like full of all sorts of manners of like different colored potions, and a lot of them will have labels. And then there's like a shelf that's like just labeled mystery. You get what you get, and it's just a mishmash of all the different colored potions. And at the front, there's a table, and you would see Sella there. Sella, or Celadon, or Sella for short, is a 5-foot tall green dragonborn. So they're very short for a dragonborn. And they're a green dragonborn, but they have like black scaled details on them as well. And they've got like one bright green eye, and then the other eye is cloudy with like a scar running through it. They have like a big dark silver septum ring, and currently they have like their black goggles with these green lenses kind of pulled down over their eyes as they're working on something. Bright purple and blue pants that kind of end a little bit below the knees with like a yellow hexagon pattern on them. They wear this like black and tan kind of striped long sleeve shirt, but it's got no sleeve on the left side. And they have their silver half plate armor that has bright green accents, and their purple fingerless gloves. And they have a very bright yellow and green tool belt with a pouch that's just like overflowing with all manners of tools, and there's just like a line of potions on it. And they are covered in all manner of like colorful stains and powders and residue. It is hard to tell what color the clothing originally was and what has been dyed and stained just over the years. And on their left side, they have their like crossbow, and in their hand, they have this hammer with this yellow leather strap that's also covered in like the various colorful stains and powders. And they're just kind of working on something, and then they miss and they hit their thumb and they go, "God fucking damn it!"
You are in the shop, and from the I guess the front, like where the facade is, when you hit your hand and you say, "God fucking damn it," you hear two voices cackling coming from the front of the shop. Like just immediately, it's at you.
I will pull my goggles up, put them on my head, lean over the counter, and go, "What the fuck are you laughing about?"
Oh, what the fuck indeed? I feel pain from in there.
Okay,
and yeah.
What do you want? What do you want? Either buy a potion or get the fuck out.
We want the potions, dearie, but we want something else. And you have been bothered by these people before. I think when we get, I was hoping to yeah, when she's gone now. I think you step out of the back, and you're greeted at the counter by two hunched over, just like gnarly leather wearing, kind of like yellow skinned, black greasy hair, hunched over almost double their height, two hags, which you know to be the sisters. You know them to be the Sinclair sisters, and they're here to bother you about your potions, and they're here to bother you about your guest. And they're both just hunched over, just gleaming at you, just laughing to each other.
All right, listen, you two. I've had enough of your shit. Either actually buy fucking potion for once, or just go talk to the guy renting out the back of my shop. But stop bothering me. I got important work I have to do.
Ooh, what do you have for us today, dearie?
Take your pick. You know what? Actually, I got a new one I've been working on, and she will pull off a potion off of her belt, and it's this liquid that like keeps changing colors.
Mhm.
Like you look at it and it's like purple, and then you look at it again and it's black, and then it's blue. It's just like ever shifting colors, and goes, "You can have this one. I don't know what the fuck it does, but you can try it and let me know what it does."
I want one of them glares at it, and it's going to try and like pick out what it does using a skill. And this is going to be me rolling for this.
Yeah. I do know.
okay,
I know what this potion does because I had to roll on my table.
Interesting. I would like for you to roll potion making stats. What do you do for that? Like plus intelligence, plus proficiency.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, dude, let's roll that.
Okay.
And if you're and you can take double proficiency in this because I think that's your thing.
Yeah.
Just go for it.
All right, let's go.
And tell me if you beat a 20.
21.
All right. So one of them, the one with the longer hair, looking at you, glares into this thing. She goes, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck it does. Something I've been sort of working on, testing around. How about this? I'll sell it to you for 20 gold, and you take it and you let me know what it does.
Now, I don't think I want to give.
The rest of my potions are not this fucking cheap.
I don't think I want to give 20 gold for wart remover. Ew. And the other one goes, ew. But what I do have, and she reaches behind into like a bag of hers and pulls out this, and she slams onto the table a small cage. And inside this cage, there is a little mushroom person. And the mushroom person is gripping the bars going, let me go! Let me go! You don't know what these bitches are like! And they go, say it! And they shove her back into a bag.
What the fuck did you just bring into my shop here? You got something to hold captive? That's your business. That's not my fucking business. I don't want this shit being traced back to me. Listen, buy a potion, get the fuck out.
We'll buy a potion, dearie. Well, what's your price? 20 gold. Quiet. Perhaps.
This one, the rest of them, prices are listed on the shelves like I know you fucking know. You know what? I'm getting sick of this. And Silius, these sisters are bugging me. Can you come deal with them?
Insidious. Ooh, the frog. Ooh, the frog. I'll give you 50 bit gold to see the frog for 5 minutes. And and they're just like leering and like kind of like beginning to breathe heavy, kind of like the frog. Yes, the frog. Insidious. Hi. What would you like? What is your current state? What is this morning like for you?
I am so busy right now. You don't even know. So Incilius Seco, privateer in service of the collective, is currently hanging from a harness off like a bit of like a crane, right? So in the back of this alchemist shop, there is a humble little corner where, imagine if you will, that yellow thing that you have to put your suit in and Fallout 4 so you can make it better, and then you can never get it in there without effing up, and it's a whole thing, right? It's one of those, and inside said situation is a metal frog, a mecha, if you will. It's probably average size, we'll say 5'10" to more, depending on calibrations. But it looks just like your average frogman, facial approximation or whatnot. But really, it's just a big Zord. You know what I mean? And Incilius himself, myself, if you will, is about yay big, about 3 inches. Think a good little GI Joe man size, but with blue skin and a dashing orange like pilot like onesie suit situation that ends at, it's like capris kind of, right? It ends just sort of like right above the ankle, so you get like webbed blue feet at the bottom, and it's like ends right here, so you got the thing. And he's wearing a very fetching red scarf with a lot of family runes and things like etched into it and whatnot, and currently a big visor, kind of like a VR situation, like an Oculus Rift or whatnot, but it's like metal and just like very flat there, but you can see out of it, right? It's kind of like used for diagnosing the mech and for piloting and stuff. And I'm yelling, I go, Barney, don't you drop me. This is so important. Barnabas, sorry, I have a name. Barnabas Glassbury the 93rd Esquire, my valet, is currently piloting his little mech, which detaches from my back and flies out. It looks like an eagle, and that's where the harness is. I'm like hanging from there, and in the hand of the mech, kind of outstretched like this, is a cigarette, right? And I'm being lowered onto the hand from the kind of situation, and I'm like unstrap the harness, and I go, Barney, you're my number one. This is why I keep you around. This is why I haven't sent you back to the homeworld. And then I go and then I pull out just like a little I have like a toolkit, and then I finally find like a little X-Acto knife kind of situation. TM, those are trademarked. That's not what it is. It's a box cutter. Don't come at me, X-Acto. I don't have that kind of lawsuit money. And then I go and I proceed to just like down the cigarette and I open it. And then I pop open like a case of my own and pull out some papers and start rolling it. I'm like, fucking backwater. Can't believe they just have these in my size. And then I just start rolling it. And then I just light it. And then I lay back in my mech's hand. So I'm in the hand of my mech like this, just fine. I'm like, fucking finally. And then I call out to the front of the shop. And then I've got like a microphone attached, and then it talks out of the speaker system of the mech itself. And then I say, and I know other characters' names. Sela, can you bring one of those potions? You called it a gin and tonic. I had too many last night, so I need another right now.
Do you want to deal with these sisters, or should I tell them to get the fuck out? As I'm looking dead set at the sisters when I say this.
They both go, a biopsy!
Even like, you were literally the only person I know on this planet.
Okay, great.
So no.
Great. So unless you're actually gonna fucking buy something, get out.
Oh, you run a hard bargain, dearie. Do you have anything that can add warts? One of them fell off into the soup last night.
Let's see.
I heard
Do I
that.
make potions
That's
that
gross.
can add... Who the fuck do you think I am? You think I make kind of useless shit like that? Everything I make is fucking important. Get out. Last time, I'm saying it nicely. Get the fuck out.
Say it a little meaner.
Get the fuck out, or I'm using my poison breath on you.
They do both turn and begin to walk out, and they bump right in, and they bump right into Joe. And Joe, these two are towering over you, and they both just kind of like look at you, and one of them kind of they both kind of give you like a little bit of a duster curtsy, and just kind of like let you pass by. And you're now standing in the dragon's breath. It smells a little bit more like dragon's breath than usual, maybe right now. But
I think the door opens and Sela goes, "I told you to get the fuck," and then turns and goes, "Hi, Joe. Give me 1 second, and I'm gonna swipe a healing potion off one of my shelves, and I will go back into the back room where Incilius is, and go and grab a tiny little cup that I feel like I have made for him, and pour the healing potion into that, and go, this is gonna help you a lot more than another fucking drink will. Also, while you're having that potion, you want to try this one? I don't know what it does.
No, we played this game before. Barney,
We have.
Barney, we have a potion for you to try.
Oh. Yeah, he hops down. Just, what do you got? What do you got? Oh.
Listen, I've been working all night on this. I don't know what the fuck it does. I'd like to know what it does so I can know what I made. You want to try it? I don't think it's going to kill you. No guarantees, though.
Hey,
I
got bone spurs. Could you pick me up? I can't jump up there. Could you pick me up?
Yeah, fine.
Could you hold me up to the bottle? I can't pick it
Yeah.
up.
God,
Right.
I do
Could you
fucking
tip-
everything around
could you-
here,
could
don't
you-
I?
Yeah, I mean, like, not everything, but you're a doll. Could you tip it over a little bit?
Yeah,
Can I just? He gets a face full of this stuff. What does
Cool.
it do?
I'm so glad you asked. So this is one of my experimental elixirs. And I rolled for it. This is a transformation potion. So they're transformed by the alter self spell, and they get to determine the transformation caused by the spell, which lasts for 10 minutes.
He kind of plops down kind of in a puddle of this stuff. He goes, tastes like cherry, and just like hulks out immediately. Just like absolutely grows like double the height. So, you know, however long that is. He turns into like he triples it, well, quadruples, because that's how math works. His size just like Hulk frog, just like, oh, whoa, can I have two? And he like, I need a mirror, and he runs off. You hear crashing from the back when he's trying to find some way to like gaze at himself. This is what you've created today.
Okay, is this some sort of strength thing or Joe, get back here. We need your help.
Zila, I would like to point out that he was going to get me a breakfast burrito, and now he's not around to do that. So someone will need to.
You know, instead of me running your fucking errands, you could do it yourself. Oh, better yet. Joe, you want to run an errand? You're real good at it.
Paying me? Are you paying me?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Got it.
will. It's not my fucking errand.
What am I fetching?
So, like 2 blocks down, there is Tiny Dancer's breakfast burrito shop. That's not what it's called. It's what I call it. But we have a deal going, and they will make, well, you know, my size food for, and then I just sort of like whatever the Venmo equivalent, like bit gold over like 2. I just like Venmo over like 2 bit gold, and like this honestly will feed me for a week. And then it's like you expect a lot, but it'll look like a little to you, but to me it's, well, you know, that's what the Swanclave would go through in like a week.
Joe just walks into the back, sees Sella, and just like is looking around for this he will, and just looks while you're saying all that, is just jaw slack, just complete bewilderment. Like, I thought I was small. Damn.
Nah, he's got all of us beat.
Yeah.
To be fair, I'm quite
Okay.
tall on my own planet.
That's fucking crazy, man.
Here from the back, shortest one here now.
I'm just gonna start checking Barney over and be like, okay, so like, is this some sort of strength thing, or? And as I touch Barney, because this is basically the alter self spell, it doesn't technically like fully alter your it just alters your appearance. It doesn't. So I think like I would try to touch like the muscles, and I think my hand kind of goes through, and I'm
It's
like,
real squishy.
oh,
It's kind of gross. It's real squishy. He goes, hey, you knock it off, huh? And then like you maybe like grab him, and he's like, hey, unhand me, and he tries to bust out, and it's normal. It's like just a normal guy.
oh,
under all
okay.
the squish.
So it's some sort of fucking transformation that just makes you look different, not actually be different. Okay,
And I also feel good. I feel great. I feel awesome. I feel like I could do anything. I feel like I'm gonna ask her out today. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put him down.
Barnabas, we talked about this. That's harassment. She has said no.
But if I do it now again,
Barnabas.
one more time. But I look better. I feel weird about it, but I think it'll work.
Barnabas Glastonbury, the 93rd, I will call your grandmother. She will come and lecture you.
Oh no! You know how she hates space travel. Okay, all right. Look. Let me just go take some pictures, and we'll just deal with this later.
And I would book that flight coach
No,
teach you a
no,
lesson.
man. Look. We don't need. Look, she's busy. She's busy.
She's busy.
She's busy. She's got a kitchen to run. You know.
Yes, my households.
You got it. Look, can I at least just like pass by her in the market or something?
Yeah,
Just like,
of course.
maybe drop some big gold, pick it up, bend over, like, hey, oh, whoa, hey, put out the vibe a little bit, but not on purpose, right?
Sure, Bonnie. Sure, Barney. You put that vibe out, but keep your distance.
So Joe, Joe, as you're kind of watching that,
Joe snuck out.
as you have snuck out, actually, you're somebody bumps into you, and I want you to roll a perception check real quick.
Stella just goes, "Oh yeah, and Joe, could you also?" God damn it! They always do that.
All right.
Well, that was a terrible roll. That is a 9.
Okay. All right. So yeah, somebody bumps into you. The smell of booze off this person is just like immaculate. It sounds like real top shelf stuff, but it's coming from every inch of the guy. It could be in his shoes, it could be in his pockets. But he bumps into you. He's wearing like a kind of a shabby like business suit with his tie kind of undone. His hair is like just messy. And he goes, sorry, Toots. I'm just gonna go grab something out of the potion spout. Have a good one." And he just like kind of spins on his heel and heads inside. And yeah, like there you go.
Yeah, she just like looks at him and just there's no filter on the look on her face with reacting to the smell and just the general appearance and demeanor of this person, and just keeps going. Like, no acknowledgement, just nope. I don't even know if she waits for him to finish. Just like, not handling that. And is gonna go and seek out the Tiny Dancers taco stand.
Okay, yeah, Tiny Dancers. It's called like Dancers Chancers, and this is a place that's run by a little. She's like actually a fairy, like just a little pixie. She like flits around and like has a couple of teenagers cooking things for her because she can't really do that much in a human-sized kitchen. But yeah, like her name's Trixie. Trixie Prixie, the prancing dancer. A lot of things that are rhyming right here. But yeah, Trixie's flitting around. She actually goes, "Hey Joe, how you doing? What do you know?"
Quite a bit, but can't share any of it.
I know you. I got you. What do you have?
I'm not actually here for me. There's somebody who makes something very, very. I didn't know they were very small tacos. Burritos, I think.
You came to the right place.
I didn't get their name.
Oh, what? The name of the tacos?
The name of the person I'm getting it for. Helping Sella out though.
Well, hold on just 1 second. She goes over to like a card catalog and starts flipping through it. He's like, "Okay, so we're going by height. About how tall was this one? What are we looking at? Card catalog by height?
Oh, yay high?
Yay. Okay. All right. Yay. Okay. A smidge. A tiny guy. A little boy. All right. So we got yay high.
A silly goofy guy, just a little guy.
All right. So yay high. I don't know too many yay highs. We got the other fairies in town. Did this one have wings?
No. Quite frog-like. I've never seen anything like them.
A frog. Oh man, is he a prince? Hey, just real quick, Ancilius, how well known in town are you, do you think? Like, are you going to be in the card catalog? That's something I want to ask you.
I think here I would be, like they have my order down and everything. And technically, son of an ambassador, not a prince.
Not a prince. An ambassador. It sounds a little stuffy, but yeah. Is this going to be for Ancilius?
Is this? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Is this going to be for Incilius or that other one?
Yes, that was the name I overheard. Yes.
Oh, all right, I got you. Well, I have his usual in here. Does he want anything weird? Does he want anything new?
Didn't mention that. No.
Do you think he would want it maybe delivered in person?
I got it. Here, and I just transfer the Bitcoin over.
All right. You're always all business. We'll have it in just a moment, and this is one of the orders that I can make myself. So yeah, if you want to just like have a seat, maybe I don't know. You want anything for yourself? You want some milk? You want some cookies? Would you like maybe some gumdrops? Maybe some lollipops, anything like that? That's what I got ready.
I will take. If that's what you got, that's what I'll take.
I'll get you a lollipop, a couple gumdrops, and maybe a well wish. All right. All that'll be 5 big gold for the tacos, and just a wink and a smile for the rest of it. A wink and a smile for the rest of it.
One exposed eye, I just like close. I think Joe just closes her eyes and opens them, but like it looks like a wink, and just gives like a half a smile, like.
Oh, you're a dear. You're lovely. I love it. Just one moment, and she goes about doing it. And yeah, like you sit down, and what is there anything you do, like maybe in your idle time?
Probably just sitting in a corner, like an edgelord, just people watching and trying to remain unnoticed.
My Chemical Romance muffled from the background. Yeah, you kind of you sit there, you kind of like do a little brooding, maybe do a little sulking.
I do watch people a lot.
While you're watching people, you kind of like shuffle here. You notice eventually that you have something in your pocket. Now you pull it out. It's a wrap. It's something in a wrapper. You open the wrapper.
Yeah.
All right. In this wrapper, you find essentially a fortune cookie. It's like a little pastry. It's like a little dry, like pastry that obviously has like paper inside of it. The same thing, space fortune cookie.
Have I seen anything like this before?
Yeah. Every time you eat it, let's say the Sergeant Spuds in town, they give out fortune cookies for some reason.
Why is this in my pocket? I think back to the drunk guy, and I like put it on the table that I'm sitting at and just like, nah, I'm gonna shove it aside.
You shove it aside. It is just sitting there, and I think eventually you get like a carry out, like in a plastic bag, a couple of those like styrofoam things. You know what I'm talking about. And he goes, "Here you go, dearie," and puts you a little something in there, special from me to Incilius. And tell the other one I said hey, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, Barney.
I'm gonna grab the to-go stuff and give her a very shy, like, thank you smile. Look back at the thing on the table, and curiosity gets the better of her, and she grabs it with the bag and walks out, but just holds it.
Yeah, you step out of town. You step out into the town, not out of town. And yeah, like things have resumed. People are like, finishing up brunch. A lot of people that are night owls just now getting out of town, like getting up, and you look around. You can see the crowd getting their stuff, their Myrmidon orders. You do manage to catch Shiva over there, just kind of like trying to look shorter than he is, in that kind of like. Just kind of not sulky way. I don't want to put that on you, but yeah, like this. It seems like a pretty good normal day so far. The only thing bothering you is that fortune cookie. Like, why would somebody reverse pickpocket you a fortune cookie? And yeah, you head on back to the Dragon's Breath, and when you get in there, there's Barney just sitting on one of the. He looks normal again. He's just sitting on the desk. I mean, on the table crying. You see everybody just in there, kind of pretty much where you left them. Were you guys maybe talking about anything, or just like what's the mood?
I think now that the potion of worn off, Cell is like, okay, so it only lasts for a certain amount of time. I gotta write this down. Hey, and she like whistles and goes, Marty, come here. and her hammer that was in the back just like flies out.
Mhm.
And,
Yeah.
and she goes, "Hey, go grab me that pencil," as she pulls out a notepad, and the hammer will like fly back and come back. And she kind of licks it and just starts taking down notes on what this potion did.
All right, so you got a new potion, apparently a new potion, and yeah, you guys are kind of hanging out. I would like for everyone here to give me perception checks. If you're inside the shop, I think this is gonna be a disadvantage. But
Okay.
Shiva, Mim, you guys can do it regular. Okay, and just I guess
5.
cool. Just listen.
Am I doing
guess-
it regular too?
Yeah, if you're in the shop, you're gonna do it at disadvantage.
Have I made it there yet?
What you
This
got?
is
You
per-
said 1, right? What's up, perception?
At disadvantage,
At disadvantage for you.
18.
Cool. Wow. All right. And Eva, Mim, what y'all got? 4.
Big old 4.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got a 6.
6. All right. At the moment, a dwarf. He's a pretty. I was gonna say a pretty stocky guy, but that goes without saying. Has come up to you. He's got like a headset on. He's got like a cyber deck on his arm. He's got like a backpack. It's like a tech looking backpack. He's got like a pretty like short cropped beard. And he's got like really curly hair. He's made his way up to you, Mim, and he's like, "Are you the auto gnome that I spoke to earlier?"
I turn to the dwarf and I say, "I believe I am. Are you from the
Oh.
assignment store?"
Oh, the assignment store. I am from the assignment store. Yes,
Excellent.
it's at the assignment store. You can roll an insight at that if you'd like.
Sure. Use a different die for this one. Okay. All right. That's better. 19.
The guy says almost like an offhanded, yeah, from the assignment store, and then he says, he looks at a little message on his tech deck, and he says a number of words. He says like, glass, Simon, apparition, like just says a number of things, and you don't feel anything change or whatever, but you feel like the binary version of at ease all of a sudden. And I think maybe a little bit of curiosity, but he says, "Yeah, if you don't mind coming with me to the assignment store," and he like slaps you on the shoulder. We're gonna get you started on your next phase of life. And he just like turns around and he stops and like starts talking to like one of the noodles guys, and you look up at a sign and it says "Slurping Down Nudes," NOODS. And he gets a bowl of noodles and he's just like, "All right, let's get going. I love these things." And he starts like slurping down nudes immediately. And like you're just kind of like, "Oh, all right. Well, this is where we're headed now." How do you feel? You feel as though after he gave you these commands, you feel as though you're the human version of taking a deep breath and like stepping out of a plane into fresh air. Like you haven't smelled flowers in a month or two. Like you just suddenly feel lighter. You suddenly feel like, "Oh wow, I could really go for something I haven't experienced before." Like it's a weird kind of freeing feeling. What would you like to do?
What would I like to do?
Yeah, like what would you can follow this guy? You feel like it might disappoint him if you don't?
I don't know. I think from that insight check that I made, I get the sense that whether whoever this person is in the assignment store, he's not the top dog, and so I don't necessarily need to. I don't think I need to be too concerned about impressing them. What would like I sort of have this feeling of freedom kind of just flick like a switch in my brain, huh?
A little bit.
Actually, how close was I to Shiva? when Shiva was having that conversation.
Shiva and you and Shiva are maybe across this marketplace from each other. You could probably yell and he could hear you. You can obviously pick this guy. He's one of the bigger people in the room. You would just notice I think maybe you turn around to look at Shiva and you miss what happens next. I think we're going to go to Incilius at the moment. Incilius, what is your number one priority right now? Like, what is your you're gonna eat these tacos? You're gonna go back in your room. You're gonna go like out.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat breakfast. Finish making all these hand-rolled cigarettes out of one big one. Probably get Barney to attach his eagle mech back to the back of the thing. Finish tuning up mom's old mech, and gonna go hit the town and see what's out there.
All right, so you do that. You step outside. You're just kind of like, all right, take a deep breath. You look over here. You see, like, amongst the people that are kind of going about their business, you see one person kind of go rigid and just kind of like fall over. It's pretty like comical. It's almost like somebody in a movie getting electrocuted. They're like, and just topple over backwards. You watch that happen to somebody like in the distance. It's weird.
That was weird.
And yeah, you just continue on your way, and then you see a group of people kind of walking around with their their newly gotten like orders, and they're opening you see like a kid opening up a package and like reading the back of it. It looks like it's going to be a video game or something. You see as like that kid kind of like does the same thing. They go rigid and they just fall over. And the person, like one of their friends next to him, starts like, "Hey, what are you doing?" It's like starts like poking at him, kicking him and stuff. Hey, stop it! This is serious. Stop it! And like you're just watching as that happens. Then that person kind of goes rigid, falls over too. They've both dropped their stuff. You can give me another perception check if you'd like.
Yeah, I will. And as I do, I just like shift my thing into reverse. I just start like backing up, like take like 2-3 big steps back. Like I don't like this.
One by one, people begin like going rigid, falling over.
Perception check. This one is a 12.
12. All right. You are beginning to see things happening all over people. You can see they're just suddenly people kind of going rigid, falling over. Others have begun noticing. The rest of you are going to be noticing by now too. That like you look outside, people are laying down. People are like laying down, planking everywhere almost. And people have begun like, hey, what is this? And you get an alert on your Patui. On your Patui, which everyone has one of these. It's a personal technology user interface. It's something like a smartphone / just laptop / tech interface. Everybody has something like that, whether it be like a wrist-mounted thing or a head-mounted thing. But you all get alerts on there. It's like kind of saying like public safety alert. People have begun getting afflicted with a weird paralytic. It looks like more information to be provided. And yeah, you're watching as people are beginning to scream, pick up others. Like somebody will pick someone up and start running for cover, and then like go rigid and fall over again. And you're just watching as this is beginning to happen, and panic is beginning to like just erupt everywhere. What would you like to do? I'm gonna give everyone like a little bit of a moment to react to this.
I think Sella sees like the public safety alert and goes, "What the fuck?" And then looks outside and sees this happen and goes, "What?" And whistles again and goes, "Yo, Marty, we gotta check this out." As her hammer like flies over and they step outside. And so it looks like anytime somebody touches somebody that's affected by this, they then get affected. Is that what it seems like?
Roll investigation or perception, either of those.
I'll do investigation because it's better.
All right.
That is a 18.
Nice. Okay, so you're looking around. You're looking at common kind of effects of what's going on. You look at somebody laying there. Their feet it looks like their shoes have a like something has pierced the bottom, like you can see their souls. It looks like something has pierced their soul, and they're bleeding a little bit from it. It's going out into the concrete, like where their feet are, and they're just laying there. And as you're watching this happen, and you're watching this happen to other people, you hear like a chittering, like a scratching and a chittering sound coming from the ground.
Oh, fuck no.
Yep. So what do you want to do?
Do I see Incilius or Joe or anything?
I think maybe they're far enough away you can't immediately see them, but I think maybe you could call out.
How far? Farther than 150 feet?
No.
Cool. I'm gonna cast message to Incilius and then to Joe, and it'll be the same message, which is something coming from the ground?
Okay.
Don't know what you want to fucking do with that information, but I figured it out.
All right. In general, those of you who live here would know that like whenever an emergency happens, there's like an emergency channel on your Patuis for the intranet to like be able to alert people around it, because it's a very dangerous place that you live. It's like it's not like at war all the time, but things happen around here, and you put on like the details under the emergency channel, and people begin like thumbs upping it, people begin reacting it, understanding, yeah, like the other two that are near you, what would you like to do? Ancilius, Joe.
Ancilius sees the alert, gets the message and everything, and just starts looking around and goes, oh hell no, and just like pulls like a lever, like some buttons. He goes full Gundam to like whatever, pushing things out. The suit just like pulls back and brings out like just like a plain wooden, or like, sorry, not wooden, I'm a metal man, metal staff, and he begins to do this sort of like kind of magic girl motion with it, right? And then it transforms like the staff into this sort of like big looking, like fancy elaborate club thing with like a big head and all these like like studs and butts and whatnot. I'm casting Shillelagh, but and then I just start looking around, and then especially down, just kind of, it's like up in one, I'm just like ready to like smack anything that might be coming up around there. But
all right,
also not as worried, because anything that comes up from the ground is just going to hit metal. I'm like, little guy,
little guy up in the cockpit.
Exactly.
First off, for all our legions of fan artists, I would like for you to depict his magical girl transformation there. But yeah, like you definitely get into battle mode. Here, what was his name? Other frog. Barney. You hear Barney going like, "Oh man, I'm dizzy as shit. And then like I think maybe you're gonna have to handle this yourself. And yeah, Shiva, I think maybe you're enjoying your coffee on your own, kind of, maybe something like a hood or maybe something up. You're just kind of like meditating before the next 24 hours. I think maybe you notice your first person fall over a good, 3 or 4 minutes in. What would you like to do?
First of all, I'm throwing the food. Oh, sorry. Did you ask? I'm sorry, I missed.
Shiva or Joe. Let's go with who's.
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
So, can you give me do I hear any of this commotion, or?
I think maybe it takes a little bit before you hear your first like yell. It's a little bit louder in that room. It's a little bit like the infrastructure of the place is different. I feel like maybe where you are has been more insulated from this attack, but you are definitely you see somebody kind of maybe like walk up to you and maybe like hold up a drink, like they're getting started immediately. They like cheers you from like good 30 feet away. They kind of give you a little cheers, and they drop it and just like topple over, and you're just like, well, that's weird. So you begin to like you've been to come to alert about this. I think maybe this is where you are right now.
Immediately,
you definitely also.
Can I tell that this person has been attacked, or does it look like they're? Is it a medical condition? Can I tell in the moment? Can I check them?
You have the alert on your Patui. It's saying that we are in an emergency. I think maybe someone has flagged this as an attack. I think you're ready to go.
Okay. So immediately, without even checking the surroundings, Hammer comes up, and immediately Shiva they fly into a rage. That is what's happening. Like hair stands up, like on the back of the neck. The arms get almost like these giant ass hands almost get like 2 inches bulkier. Like you see it happen in real time. The chest puffs out, and you hear like this clang of the metal against muscle as the chest puffs out, and just immediately looking for the source of this this attack. Can I tell which direction it's coming from?
I think you kind of see trouble, immediately like go into fight mode. And I think right then I would like for you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh, shoot.
That's a nat 20.
All right. So you feel as though something stabs through from under you into the sole of your foot and kind of like uncomfortably wiggles around a little bit and tries to like reach up into your feet and can't and withdraws, and you feel a moment of wooziness and a moment of like a little bit of a spasm, like you almost pass out, but then you like shake your head, pull yourself out of it, and you look down and you see a little hole coming from the ground, and it's like spewing a little bit of like green smoke. And I think we're going to go to break with that. But while we're on break, everybody roll initiative.
We also we just got a redeem for it's got a donation $5 for advantage on the next roll. I'm just checking to confirm if it's for someone specific or just in general, so that let me just check.
Thank you so much.
All right. Wow. Thank you. Roll initiative. By the way, if you want to give anybody advantage or disadvantage, it's like, donate a good, quick little $5, not a big deal. You could get a pack of gum for that maybe. And if you want to do something else, I have a list on here somewhere. We'll take a look at that when we get back.
The advantage is to Morgan from Lisa.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So you can use it for the advantage or for anything else that you like. Yeah.
All right.
I'll keep it because I rolled really well for my initiative. So I'll save it.
Okay, we're going to go to break.
Thank you.
Then,
All right. Bad guy Andrew now. All right, let's go. We got initiative ready to go. All right. So before we're gonna go through, everybody's gonna get like a preparation round, and then I think the danger will kick in. So starting with Shiva, is there anything you'd like to do to get ready for a fight? You've already been like attacked a little bit, and you're watching as people are beginning to pick up on what's going on. They're getting up out off the ground, kind of Tremors style. They're getting on tables. They're getting on like maybe like they're shooting up grappling hooks. People are strangely well equipped and armed in this town, and you're watching some people straight up like Batman a grappling hook up into the rafters or up into like a second or third floor. You're watching some kids like maybe like get some ladders and start climbing ladders. You're watching all this stuff happen. What would you like to maybe do to get ready or to help out with in a general kind of way with the people or like the situation? And after this is Sela.
So I think Shiva is their first priority is to protect the kids. So even though they are in a rage, using the prep round, they're going to yell out or scream or basically use movement to position themselves between the attacking whatever and the kids. Doesn't have to be like directly in front of the kids, but like in the middle, so that they get to hit shit, but also they are protecting the kids and making sure they are not caught in the crossfire. So like all the action happens in front of them and the kids are behind them. So they're like basically in the middle, the line of defense for the kids. And do they know what is attacking, or do they still not have an idea of it?
You can just tell it seems to be some kind of weird subterranean like creature or something like that. Something's happening from the ground. I'm gonna take over for just a little bit. So you are obviously, you said protect the kids. So what you're doing is you look over. There's a group of kids who are playing there. They've begun climbing up a ladder, climbing up on things. I think what you're gonna end up doing is kind of like running over to them, picking up the ladder that they're on and holding it over your head as they like climb on it and dangle, and you can like keep them away from the ground that way. And I think you've kind of found yourself in a weird kind of Jackie Chan-esque, like, I don't want any trouble, trying to get like the very like fragile thing you have to protect from the bad guys, you know. I think maybe you found yourself in that sort of position at the moment.
But if I
Lifting something.
lift the ladder up, I'm not going to be very useful in a fight, though. So
Yet. This is not something you're going to be stuck as forever, but I think maybe right now what you're going to do is essentially cart the young ones away from the danger. And I think maybe that's going to have an effect later. I think maybe that's a good instinct for right now.
okay.
And yeah, like speaking as far as like the game we're doing right now, we don't have like a battle map, we don't have figures, we don't have like measurements and stuff, so you can just kind of like give me a gist of what you're doing, and we'll roll with numbers and just make a scene, really. So like if you want to do something right now, if you want to immediately have something happen, just tell me what it is and we'll figure it out. So like essentially for right now, what you're doing is you're spending your turn saving kids, and you can worry about the next round when we get to it, I guess. Like you're not impaired at all right now, unless we want to have something fun with it. But yeah, Sella.
Hey, that's me. Am I near anything that I can like climb on to get off the fucking ground? Because I'm a dragonborn. I don't wear shoes.
You don't have shoes.
I don't have shoes.
You can hop up on like some counters. You can hop on. You can probably like climb some of your shelves, maybe knocking stuff over. Who knows what that could mean in a potion shop?
I'm outside the shop.
Okay, all right. If you're outside, yeah, you can definitely like you can find yourself climbing up like essentially light poles or like those like fairy lights.
Yeah,
know?
I will pull out a. I will climb probably like on a smaller building's like roof, and I'll just use my dragon claws, like they're like spikes, to kind of climb up. And then can I see any of these like creatures like poking up out of the ground or like starting to?
We're gonna have a lower perception check right now. If you want to just take a free action perception check.
Yeah, let's do it.
We can just call movement climbing as we like.
Real bad is 2.
You can't tell exactly how this is working, but you do know that people are in danger on the ground. So yeah, you got yourself up off the ground right now.
Sure. Are any of my possible companions within 30 feet of me?
Are any of you guys running towards each other? Say like who's out there? Joe and Sella, Ilias. Are you guys converging, or do you have other things in mind? Because Joe's next.
Joe is just gonna throw the to-go food at the frog, and just climb on top of whatever nearest shelf or counter and plug in a couple of buttons in her wrist device, and a shimmery like almost holographic film will come out of the device and spread across her body and like around her feet and her head and stuff, casting mage armor on herself, and is just gonna look at the floor before doing anything else.
You may right now ready an attack or something like that. You can just say you have one ready for the next round, if you're interested in doing that. So next you're going to actually see what's going on now. Like you see like a small, almost like rope or like a cable shoot out of the concrete that you're standing on or that you're near. You're watching as something shoots out of the ground, kind of like wiggles around a little bit, and then will shoot down, and not straight down as if it was retracting, but like begin like cable clawing something. It starts tearing up the ground that it comes out of, and through that you can see a weird kind of creature. It's almost like bug-like. It has like mandibles, or just weird like extended mandible jaw and like a carapace, and it's like a little bit. It's a little bit smoking, a little bit like a green kind of smoke is coming off of this thing, and like it's got cables for appendages, as in like just kind of going everywhere under it, pulling itself up out of the ground as this creature. You can see this kind of thing happening in several places around town. Like you look over here, you can see one clawing at some people over here. You can see them like getting out of the ground and like maybe flying up to a building, like to claw against it. Kind of similar to Sella, and the way she's kind of, the way you're just kind of like gargoyling on there. They're kind of doing the same thing and beginning to like swarm everywhere. You're seeing these critters just kind of going everywhere. And after that, after these things have revealed themselves, essentially, Mim, it is your turn.
Okay, so I was following somebody, and like under normal circumstances, I would continue to follow them. That's the mission. They've got my my assignment. I'm going to follow them. I'm going to get my assignment. But again, with that sort of sudden burst of freedom in my mind, I kind of uncharacteristically just turn around, and I start walking towards Shiva, and I see Shiva carrying that ladder, right?
You turn around, you see this happen. You see Shiva as he's essentially carrying kids away from danger, and you hear from behind you a grunt of and like just whipping your head around, you see that the guy who was leading you away has like begun kind of spazzing a little bit, and he's kind of like fighting it the best he can. He hasn't quite won yet. You feel like he might actually kill over two, but he kind of says like, "Look, I don't know who you are, but help us." And he does actually succumb to the effect after getting out that much.
Okay. I'm gonna say that like when I'm just walking away from this person, right? When I hear, my head just turns completely around 180 degrees, and then I see that happen, and then it just turns right back around the other way to like face forward. And I walk over to Shiva and I say, "Hello, impressively muscular person. You mentioned earlier that you're good at stomping bugs. Are these bugs that need to be stomped?"
He's actively dodging attacks and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of just casually walking around, just listening.
I don't know if these are bugs or if they're bigger, but whatever they are, as soon as I get these here to safety, we should stomp them out. I think that is the smart way to do this. Are you new?
I shall comply. And kind of without even answering, without answering that whole comment about like not being seen before, I just say ready to comply, and I turn around. My hands whip up, they kind of unfold, and I basically go into like offensive spellcasting mode as like my arms basically open up to two little cannon spouts, and that's my prep.
Would you like to ready anything? You can do that.
Oh yeah, I would like to. If there is something that is coming, if there is something that is that looks hostile, I'm going to ready a thunder wave.
All right, cool. Next, I would like for everyone here to just like in general roll perception again one more time. Tell me what you get.
Okay, I'm not using that.
Better. 15.
Cool.
16.
I got a 9.
24.
4. All right.
What
I'll
do
be
your
honest, y'all.
foggy eyes see?
You will see.
I've never played a character with like high wisdom before, so this is Aladdin, y'all. This is a whole new world.
All right, somebody that knows what's up. All right, so Incilius, it is going to be your turn in just one moment. I think maybe you kind of like suit up. You get your transformation scene on. You burst out into the scene to watch the chaos. People are falling over. People are beginning to after they've been paralyzed. They're dragging him almost like they haven't always like made a hole big enough to carry back their prey. Some of them are carrying further away from where they came out, but they're essentially trying to grab people. And with that 24, you look around, you can see out in this kind of downtown area through these like you look around. If any large city has these, the smallest building in any of these larger cities is like normal here, but they're almost all empty. They're almost all just like infrastructure. And you're looking at almost the edge of one of the taller ones near you, and you see a figure, and it's got like the same kind of green, smoky aura thing kind of surrounding them. Just a figure, and you see it's you can't tell much about it. You can see that it has like just flowing kind of clothes, maybe ragged, but it's definitely just a nasty like presence gazing down upon things here. I think it's going to be out of any range for you to do anything immediately unless you have some kind of juiced up ranged thing you can do. But for right now, you have noticed a presence watching this. What would you like to do?
I look around. I don't like what I see. Right. Am I able to communicate with I don't know, everyone else here, right?
You can easily communicate.
May I use a portion of my perception check to look around and see and determine who the other, let's say, capable individuals around me are? You know, maybe a big half orc who's raging, a assassinating mimic robot, etc., and be like, that one is in charge. We should make it stop.
You can communicate easily with whoever it is you feel is active. I think this is the kind of thing that the Tatui is for. You look down there and it gives you like active, emergency. It'll say like active, like people who could respond, respondents. It'll give you positions. It'll give you the ability to mark the enemy to others, as in like on a video game map, basically like that. I think people are kind of used to this kind of thing in different ways, but maybe not here. Right. So like you can easily pick out like people who are still fighting. You can pick out like you can essentially any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I think so. So yeah, I think because I came from a different planet, and not to be rude, but my tech is a little bit better than what they have around here. We also make it so much smaller. I don't get why you have to use so much material to do so little.
Talk to the dwarf.
Yeah. Anyway, so I maybe have a spy satellite that I can ping every now and then, and like it sees this person, and it's like, hey, there's this asshole, right? And like I'm like, making my check, and I see everyone, and I go, okay, pull it up on my HUD, and I say, like that one looks big, that one looks knifey, this one looks angry. I pay this one rent. Let's
pay this one rent. He doesn't have to make it.
And as a member of the Anuran Collective, it is our imperative to help those in need, because helping the whole, helping everyone helps yourself, etc. Right? We are a society. That's how we operate, and that's the basis of the Anuran. Like we go out and we do good amongst the galaxy, so we can feel good about ourselves. Let's not lie, it's ego. So I'm like, that thing needs to go, and I try to just make mine.
I think it's because it's you. You can easily like point them out and like alert people to where the central danger may be coming from. And I think you can still, if you like, at the moment, you can still prepare an action or do an action.
I've already done so much. If I may, I would just use my wild shape, if that's what it's called, to burn actually the summon of my wildfire spirit, since that's the kind of druid I am. And that's just Barney. He's getting in legal, right? And he's launching from the back, and now he's just like going around, and he's ready to just like rain fire down on whatever I point at, because that's his job.
You can hear from your shoulder, you hear, I'm gonna throw up. And he's like poised and ready to go.
Yeah.
At the moment, that is going to be everyone's prep turn. If you would all please, well, I guess everyone but Shiva now make. Well, as a matter of fact, Stella, you don't have to. You're off the ground. Everyone but Stella and Shiva, please make Constitution saving throws.
I'm perched on this fucking roof like a gargoyle, just dragon claws hanging over.
I perched
looking
up
down.
too.
Oh yeah, you're up there too. You don't have to do it. Anybody on the ground has to make one. Shiva, you don't. Who's left?
15. That's me.
Okay. All right.
15.
And Mim.
Does this have anything to do with being poisoned or paralyzed?
Paralyzed, yes.
Okay, then I get to do this at advantage because of my mechanical nature.
All right. Are you mechanical too, Insidious?
Here's the thing. I'm taking so many liberties with this already. I did not take any sort of resistances or anything. So part of my connection to the suit, right, is like kind of magical, whatever in nature, right? So it get poison, I get poison.
I think maybe you're connected enough that maybe it would affect you. But
Right.
you do take, everybody who is on the ground takes 1 point of damage, and if you beat a 15, you are not paralyzed. You just kind of have a hiccup of like losing, like an instant of losing motor control, and then it's reasserted immediately.
It was 1 point of damage.
Yeah, it's 1 point of damage, and
Okay.
then like you do not become paralyzed. We're gonna move back to the top, and Shiva, you are now faced with a creature that has appeared before you and is trying to just get at the kids. You're holding them above your head. You can still do things. What would you like to do? What is your top priority?
Priority is still to protect the kids. I mean, at this point, if I'm still holding the ladder above my head, I would like to potentially like move to the roof of a building where they can use the ladder to scamper onto the roof of the building. So it frees me up to do other things. That's what I'm hoping to do.
You're still inside, right? That's fine. What you can essentially do is move the ladder and create a pathway going to essentially the next floor up in this kind of like lobby area. I don't know if I keep thinking about the Marriott. But you can essentially dump the kids up on the next building. And I think as this is happening, if you would like to roll essentially like a dex attack, as one of the children pulls out a blaster and starts shooting at this monster. And this is going to be for you. This is for you to roll.
Get him,
Dex,
kid.
are you saying Dex
Go,
attack or Dex
kid.
save?
This is just an attack. Like this is going to be for you. I'm just letting you roll something. If you want to roll like your dex, or because I don't think he's the best shot. So if it's not a thing for you,
Okay.
don't worry about it. This is just a chance for.
Okay, I
just
got
thought it'd
a
be funny, honestly.
17. I got a 19.
Okay. Yeah. 19 nails it. Would you roll 3d6 fire? This is just 3d6 damage.
Oh, nice, yeah.
As most of the guns, the normal guns around here, like a pistol, is a blaster, and it shoots. You hit with it. It does 3d6 damage. It's fire, and everyone essentially. Normal people have fire-resistant clothes, so it's not for fighting people. It's for fighting monsters, just like this.
I got an 8.
All right, cool. 8 damage. That has okay, cool. Yeah, this thing like it gets blasted right in center mass and recoils a little bit, and is now going to be essentially. You're fighting a swarm, just mechanically speaking. So like everyone's fighting the same monster in this weird kind of situation. So yeah, you have now essentially saved these kids for the time being, and you are now free to act as you want. We're gonna move to Sella now.
Hey ho, it's
So
me.
was that my action as well?
Sorry.
Is that my action as well?
Give me a bonus action. And you're good for the rage too. You don't have to worry about it.
Bonus action, I don't really have anything that's. I don't have a bonus action, so it's fine.
No, I want you to be able to do something too. So you get them up there. Kid takes a shot. What would you like to do? What? Just sell me on it.
I'm just going to make sure the kids are okay. Whip out the hammer and just go Shiva smash and just take some heads out or something. That's the goal.
All right. Yeah, hit it. Let's see if you can. Yeah, roll an attack. Roll your regular attack.
Okay. I'm just gonna do hammer shot. That's a 25. I'm guessing that hits.
20. It does. A 25 does.
Okay, and I'm doing this one-handed since I'm still holding onto the ladder for the kids. That's lower. That's 7 points of damage. I'm gonna try to use I have an ability which says it's part of the soldier background. It's basically like I can roll the weapon's damage twice and use either roll against a target. So I'm going to try to roll again to get a crit on that. That's a 10. That's better. And
10? All right.
And I think even though I can attack twice, but I feel like because I tried to help the kids and all those things, I don't think I would have time to attack the second time. So I'm going to only take one attack because I was also helping the kids and doing all of that. So like. To keep it fair, I think, yeah.
That is fair. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think you've got this immediate creature danger on the ropes. I think I feel like you got on the right path there. But yeah, we'll move to Sella. You're watching. There are several of the creatures on the street below you. There's still people kind of like incapacitated as well.
Sure. Could I possibly make an intelligence check to figure out if we get rid of these creatures, if it will stop whatever's going on with this people, or is it just a temporary effect that these people are under that we can't do anything to help, but obviously we need to get rid of these creatures? Just trying to figure out, like, if we take them out, will then everybody be fine and pop back up, or is it just a temporary effect we have to wait to be over with?
So you're looking to gather some information.
Yeah.
I think maybe this is going to be the potentially dangerous for you. I think maybe if you could reach either a victim or a monster and perhaps do some science, I think maybe you could figure something like that out.
Yeah, I think Sella ponders that and goes, I don't got fucking time for that. Hey, yo, people fighting. Just so you know, if you get closer to me, I might be able to do something to help out. Up to you, though. I'm not moving from this spot. And I will pull out one of my potions. And how many creatures are that I can see?
Right now, we're going to say it shifts and changes. They come in and out. I think maybe right now there are 2 kind of in your immediate thing. Like in your immediate kind of reach, but in general, just you're doing what you can right now. Like,
sure, yeah. I'm gonna pull off a potion that's like bright green and flickering with like yellow and orange, and I'm gonna throw it. And with that, I will cast Fairy Fire.
Okay.
And so any object or creature in a 20-foot cube I needs to make a dex save, but I'd be aiming just for like the creatures that we're fighting.
All right.
But yeah, I need all of them to make a dex saving throw.
Okay. So you're kind of throwing this into the fray. We're gonna have
I like to think this is the way that Sella casts their spells. Is it's with the potions that they
hucking potions, classic. You throw it. We got the bad guys. 1 save. All right. So, and then, all right. So you huck out like is this just like hucking a bottle and it shatters, or is there like a cool mechanic? Like, can it disperse like a potion in an aerosol form?
You know what she does? She rips the cork with her mouth
Huh?
and just chucks it like
All
it's
right.
a fucking grenade.
All right, Molotov cocktail potion.
Yeah.
I think maybe you chuck it. It splatters. It one or two of the little creatures flies away, but the ones in the vicinity are fairy fired, and they are now you have advantage versus
Yep. So
trying to
they
hit on
are
them.
outlined in green light, and for the next minute, they any attack roll made against them has advantage.
Unfortunately, you also, and I just closed a thing. You also hit one of the people that was kind of a little bit more friendly to your kind of situation. Several of the critters get splashed with this stuff, but also so does a guy who was like kind of fighting his way through the area. He's like bald with a shock white like beard, and he's wearing nothing but shorts and like a harness, like just like a harness with a whole bunch of what look like grenades. And he's like hucking grenades and laughing, and he goes, "Ha ha! Oh!" And he looks around, he looks up at you, and like he noticed how he's fairly fired, and he just kind of gives you a stink eye, just like. So yeah.
Oh, I'm fucking sorry. We're trying to fight all these creatures. What? You want me to aim better?
Oh, you can try it. And he pulls out one of those grenades, clicks the thing, throws it, blows up some stuff. And he threw it and then turned away immediately. He didn't seem to aim any better than you did. And yeah, like he's out there kind of doing the same thing as you guys are. Next is actually
I can't really do a lot for bonus actions as of right now. No one's taken any damage yet, have they?
No one's taken damage except for like the 1 point from getting stabbed a little bit.
Okay, that's
bit.
Fine. I'll keep Sella will keep an eye out, but she's gonna stay up on this roof and chuck her potions, as that is how they cast their spells.
Nice. All right, Joe, you're up. I mean, yes, Joe, you're up.
How close to Sella is Joe?
Probably fairly close. You could get there in a movement.
Am I within 10 feet?
You can move to being within 10 feet if you'd like.
Fantastic. I would like to stay off the ground while doing so.
Interesting. Give me an acrobatics check as you kind of jump from counter to shelves to maybe the ceiling fan.
10.
All right. I think with a 10, you may actually you hop, skip, jump, land on the floor here, but not long enough to actually get attacked. And you make yourself you kind of get up, climb up a pole outside, and you're now roughly 10 feet away from our friend.
And how far from the closest creatures?
You can see one immediately there in whatever kind of range you need right now.
Fantastic. I would like it to be within, I don't know, I want to jump down to it. But in doing so, I would like to pull off of my belt a like bladeless hilt. It's sort of round in nature, black and teal, of course, with a little bit of white. And then as she sort of parkours / flips her way down, is going to summon her Pact of the Blade as it extends out with this magical tube of light, and just jump down and attack in a superhero pose stabby thing.
A tube of light. What color is this tube of light?
Oh, it's teal, of course.
Nice. All right, so roll me an attack.
Happily. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Hits, definitely.
And I do 7 points of technically it's slashing damage.
7?
Correct.
Slashing damage from a tube of light.
It's technically a short sword. mechanically.
But we don't have to be. We don't have to be for real out here.
Then what kind of damage?
What kind of
does
damage
it
would you
do?
like? What kind of damage would you like?
Ooh. How can we turn capitalism into damage?
um,
To reflect my patron.
Let me tell you about my morning.
Yeah. Now I would say capitalism damage is psychic, but also maybe just like straight like endurance damage or something.
Oh man.
There's
Okay, it's
such
like,
a
you know,
thing called
spearing.
like spirit damage.
Spirit damage.
damage.
You want to do spirit damage? We could just call it like
Spirit
magical.
damage. Sure.
Okay, so you hit him with spirit damage.
And for my bonus action, I would like to activate my form of dread, and every one of those creatures
Nice.
has to make a wisdom saving throw, and it is ones that I choose because it says you can. Oh, it's that one. Once during one of your turns, when you hit a creature with an attack, you can force it to make a wisdom saving throw. So I guess that would be next turn then. My mistake. But I'm going to activate that. I get temporary hit points, and I'm immune to frightened.
Immune to frightened. Neat. So, all right. So you hit it with spirit damage, which we're going to call magical in this case. And you watch as you jam it in there. You maybe hit something, made that kind of ricochets it as if you were like stabbing into a jello with a brick in it. And you pull it out. It shrieks a little bit and begins to like come at you almost immediately. You feel as though it could have been a little bit better than you expected. You form of dread that gives you what again?
It gives me a couple temporary hit points and immunity to the frightened condition.
Okay. All right, cool. Got it. I got that for you. Let's go to them. So you are now in the danger zone, as we like to call it. So Joe, you're going to get it. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. It starts just like leaps, thrashes, bites. Does a 15 hit?
That's not with mage armor.
Okay, all right. So 2 15s actually, and it slams against you, biting, gnawing, slashing. You manage to like deftly kind of get away from the actual danger, holding it almost like at a distance as it thrashes and stuff. You pull this thing full size. This thing's maybe as big as a dog. So, and like you kind of hold it at
as big as me.
kind of like
Okay, got it.
Yeah, and you feel the little scratches it's giving you, like feel sickly to you, but you're not getting any damage from it. As we are doing
Definitely
this,
mage armor.
also Shiva does a 9 hit.
No.
It does a 14.
Oh, no.
All right, much the same. Another one of these critters is like at you. It's like it's almost trying to climb up your leg and get at some vital organs. But you're managing to like shift and dodge and like just keep it away from anything dangerous as it just animalistically tries to get you. You feel a little bit sickly again, but it's not doing any damage to you. Who else is in the danger zone? Well, you're shrugging, Silius, but I think you might be there. You were out on the ground. I think maybe watching this guy, looking up and seeing this figure watching you, you're distracted just a little bit when one of them is suddenly at your nipping at your heels almost. Does a 19?
Listen, yeah, that hits.
Oh no, and a natural 20.
Jeez, Pete, in this
right.
economy?
Yeah, it just means I'm gonna have to pay it back later. All right, so we're looking at.
It's pretty good.
Oh, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Just a couple D4s. All right, 2, 6, and Okay, so here's a good time. My crit rules that I like. Typically, if you do crit with an attack, what you can do is take full damage, and then on top of that, you can either roll damage or you can inflict a condition, as in like I blind it for a while, or I like have or get rid of its movement for a while or something. I cut its Achilles, or I something like that. So like this guy is going to essentially hit you. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So many numbers.
13 points of damage, and also make another you're gonna have to make another in con save. Another con save.
Mm-hmm.
As kind of whatever is flowing through this machine into you is also beginning to affect you yourself.
That is going to be a 13.
13 does not do it. All right, so you have now kind of essentially frozen in place, because this is not exactly a person's body that this is happening to, but your mech, your person-sized mech, has frozen in place as this thing has begun trying to burrow inside of it with its little cabling appendages. You can hear like just slightly sickened freaking out right next to you from your little friend. After that, is everyone taken care of? Yes. All right. So Mim, it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm beside Shiva. How many of these things are around us at this point?
They're kind of everywhere. if I part the kimono just a little bit, it seems to be about 20 hit points worth of monsters.
Okay, all right. In that case, I'm going to. I said I'd ready a thunder wave. My hands that have kind of expanded into these sort of almost like funnel-like structures start to kind of like vibrate, building up energy, and then I release this thunder wave. This sort of like panel comes out and just boom, forms this percussive noise that blasts out in a 15-foot cone or a 15-foot cube from me. So however many creatures there are I'll need them to please make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
All right.
And I'm going to go ahead
DC
and upcast that 14. I'm going to upcast
14.
that to second level.
I got a 14.
Okay, all right. So that is a success. However, I did roll pretty well with my first 2 dice. That's going to be a total of 20 points of damage. Cut that in half to 10 points of damage.
Cool. I do have a question for you.
Sure.
This is a character question. How careful are you to avoid, say, civilians?
Ooh. You know what? I think I would actually be pretty careful.
You would be careful. Cool. I'm just going to make that. I think we're going to. You turn around. You spend a little bit of time maybe doing the math, right? And you manage.
Yeah.
You manage to blast a couple of them and make them kind of just like shatter a little bit. And I think maybe it's a little bit. You sacrifice a little bit of effectiveness in order to keep people safe at the moment. Sure. So just give me your total damage done, and I will handle it.
They succeeded on the saving throw, so they would cut whatever damage I did in half. So I rolled 20 points altogether.
Okay.
Cut that in half to 10, and then do as you wish damage-wise.
All right. That's cut again at 5. So
okay, 5 points.
All right, but yeah, you have definitely cut down on the danger in this area, like by a good bit. Like it's gonna be probably easy. You don't have to worry about that kind of thing happening again. So yeah,
and
like
real quick, did I hear? Hold on for a second. Where did it go? Did I hear? Sorry, 1 second here. Incilius, there we go. Did I hear Incilius say, "Hey, there's the person in charge"?
You did. You have that information. They are not within range of you, but you can like move. Around to get there.
I sent it in a group text.
Okay, so I get the little message.
Essentially, yeah.
You put a message in my head, actually. Yeah.
Drop a pin also, so you can see right where it was.
So you have essentially not a name, but a target, which is interesting.
Can I tell how far away they are? And I'm not going to do
Um,
anything just yet. I'm just,
This
you know,
is
forewarned is forearmed.
If I
essentially
may, real quick flavor, I did send the text with like 3 thumbs down.
you essentially have a mini map, like as if a video game that you can get to look at and say, this is like the last known place of what you expect to be a central danger here. So like you can book it there and make it. I think at the moment you can make it in 4 rounds unless you do something weird. I
That's
don't
about
know.
120 feet.
Yeah, well, I think maybe 120 feet, definitely on a single plane. You may have to go up, right? Like on an x-axis, right? X?
The y-axis is up. But I mean,
Y-axis
if you're
is up.
going
The
forward,
x-axis,
Anyway,
Math.
neither here nor there. You know, okay. So in that case, I used my action to cast Thunderwave. My arms are going to start reconfiguring to something a little more needle-like instead of wide and open, and I'm going to walk my speed towards that individual.
All right, so movement is out of here, essentially.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm
Cool.
not like running or anything. I'm just moving determinedly.
You're moving with purpose, but not alarm. While
Precisely.
moving, you are essentially going to take an attack of opportunity from the general danger. Just in general, does a 7 hit?
A 7 will not hit.
Oh
My
wait,
armor
no,
class is
I'm
16.
sorry, 6. Sorry, 6. Yeah, okay, so
Yeah, no, a 6,
like
actually, sorry, 6 definitely hits.
So yeah, you kind of like just spin on a heel. Or you have wheels? I'm sorry. Do you have heels or wheels?
No. I'm just walking. I'm just,
Cool. You spin on a heel, kind of like zip on out of there, do like a swerve around some possible danger, not even looking at it, and just like right out the door. After Mim is the thing. All right, so here we go. I wish my computer was more better. What's good, Dogwood? All right. I would like for you, Sella, yes. Up where you are on the side of the building.
Yeah. I'm definitely doing the thing that like Batman does in the Arkham games, where he's just like perched on a gargoyle.
Yeah, you're definitely.
It's me on the side of the building.
So you've got a thing going on here. If anyone that needed to do it would make a charisma save to not be scared of the situation, I'm sure. Either it's either an intimidating like sight or they know you.
Yeah.
I would like for you to make a charisma saving throw, please.
Ah, cool. Yeah, me and Artificer are so good at charisma, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I'm smart, okay? I'm not charismatic. Ooh, 8.
8. You look up just in time to see this figure. You can't actually see its movements, but you feel as though it's reaching out towards you with its physically with its hand. If that makes sense. If you close your eyes, it would look like that. Green kind of seeps into your vision and eventually overcomes your vision. And when it recedes, you are in the air. You have been teleported.
What?
Honestly, like he kind of like grabbed you and teleported you closer to him. But he's in the air, and now you were in the air and you were falling.
Maybe a fucking dragonborn, but I don't got wings.
So now you are falling. We're gonna
fuck.
deal with that. Just keep that little tidbit in mind as we move on.
Cella's just angrily scream cursing.
So like it's like whoosh,
Spell.
fuck,
Fuck, shit, god damn it, fuck.
and next is Incilius. First, before we do anything, I would like
Hey,
to
DM.
Yes.
Was that a spell that was cast?
It was
Or an ability?
It's an ability. It's not a spell. At least it doesn't.
Okay,
say
never
spell
mind
here.
then.
It's a weird kind of ability thing. Yes, an ability. If you're looking for like a counter spell, What would you sacrifice to counterspell? Like, what would you do to make this happen? Like, how hard would you go for it? I guess is the question.
Well, this person has helped me out of a bind when I've needed healing potions at the end of a bad job for quite a few years.
Okay.
Is there a way that I could, because Bitgold is slightly digital in this, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a way I could funnel an amount of Bitgold into the device, like into the programming of the thing that produces counterspell out of my device?
Yeah. How much would you? Yeah. Roll me a D100.
100.
Roll me 2.
200.
do 2 D100.
52.
Okay.
And 9.
Nice. So
Sorry,
essentially
90.
90.
My bad. 90. 90.
So essentially, what 142 or so, right? Something like that. Math.
Adding it together, yeah, I think so.
Okay, so cool. Keep that number in mind, 142, and also you're gonna need to move.
Yeah.
So like, I think maybe if you.
It's not my turn though. I just want to.
It's not your turn. It's not your turn.
Counterspell. Yeah, just the counterspell.
As part of your reaction here, I think we're going to just, we can make things happen, but we also need to balance it out. So, does a 19 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And make a Constitution saving throw.
Five.
All right. Cool. Nice. Cool. So first off, you're going to pay 142 Bitgold in order to gain access to the the counterspell, like kind of this extra like juice for this counterspell here.
Capitalism, man.
You see pop up on your digital eye. It says like, would you like to finalize this purchase? You click yes. It says thank you very much. And then you book it out there. You are footballing it away through these critters. They're like just jabbing you as you go by, and you pop off this counterspell, and you watch as essentially Stella, you are engulfed in this green gassy stuff. It shoots you into the air, but like it essentially gasses up and then gas back down to where you were, and you are now okay. And now also,
what the fuck was that?
So yeah, Joe, you are now paralyzed in the street as well. Oh yeah, damage. Take a point of damage. Also,
that was DLC, downloadable casting.
Downloadable casting. Thank you. I'm gonna throw that in the cannon real quick.
As is all of my casting.
All right, and does a 5, 6, 7, 18 hit you? This is to Joe.
An 18? Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. Just on top of that 1 point of damage is another 3.
That's okay. I still have temporary hit points.
Cool. So yeah, you are now frozen in the street with.
The 2 that hit me have to make wisdom saving throws too, because of the form of dread.
What happens there? You said wisdom?
Wisdom saving throws. Let me get to the thingy again.
Got a 6 and a 14.
I don't know where the DC is.
This is your DC. I guess it's going to be
probably the spells then. It's not a spell, but I'll use that one. So it's a DC of 12 then.
Okay. What is the effect that happens here? Is it
they would be frightened of me.
Frightened. Cool. That's cool.
Until the end of my next turn.
In a animalistic, chittering kind of way. They stab you, they pull back a little bit, and then they kind of turn around, and like a cat that's in a fight, it'll kind of just like get ready to come back in on you, but it doesn't quite yet. So you have counter scared them. We're gonna say that's your turn, by the way, if that's cool with you. If that's cool with
it's
you.
a reaction.
If you have a complaint, you can file it with the HR department. Whose actual turn was that? I'm so sorry. That was
That was your monster attacking
that was me.
Sella.
Cool. Gotcha. Cool. And Silius. Could you make another Constitution save, please?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
actually, in this case, what's your you can make a Constitution save, or you can do like an engineering style save if you want to use intelligence or wisdom. Because
Yeah.
you're driving the afflicted body.
Yeah, I'll do that instead. Let's go with wisdom. That seems more. That's a 24.
24 pulls you out of it, but that's
Mhm.
your turn for now. Would you like a bonus action?
I do have as a bonus action, I can command my valet, actually,
Valid?
because valet is they do the car valet. He does whatever I tell him to do, to do his thing, to rain fire. So he may take a what is the thing called? I have it right here. It's a flame seed. It's a ranged attack that uses my spell attack to do damage, basically.
This is a save for me or an attack for you, or
It's a spell attack
okay.
from me. So that would be 1 sec. It is it's a 1. I rolled a 1.
Okay.
So
In
let's
this
just
case,
forget the whole thing.
you hear a puking sound coming over the radio.
Let's call the whole thing off, as they say.
And Incilius, you are now able to move. You're kind of like getting control back of this mech that you're in. So yeah, you're kind of shaking off the effects of it. It might leave you a little bit woozy.
Yeah, I've seen
case,
Voltron. I know how it works.
In this case, you're going to have a just disadvantage on your next round, and that'll be it.
Cool.
Just mechanically speaking. I would like for who has not actually succumbed to this poison stuff yet, and who's on the ground. Okay, you're not on the ground though.
On the ground though.
Yeah,
I'm not on the ground.
And also Mim is Mim. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, and again, this is against poison and
yes.
And
you have advantage.
Paralysis. Okay, I do. I will take it because I've been rolling like hot garbage this whole time.
Hey, join us in the trash pile.
That's better. 23.
Nice. You take 1 point of damage as nothing else happens to you. Cool. And then there we're back at the top. This is a Shiva moment.
Would I have noticed what happened with Sela and Joe?
I think maybe you're getting reports. So yes.
Could I, from the window, see the thing? Something that paralyzed Joe, right? That's what I noticed.
What are you looking for? It's you have information you know about where this new threat is, and it seems like at the moment, roll me and just an intelligence check. Just roll me something a battle assessment.
Yeah,
and you can make that whatever you like. You can
of
make
course. That's a 14.
14. Yeah, you're looking around in this room. It seems like most people are either combating the threat viably on their own or to safety. So you're now free to move, and you have information. So what would you like to do?
I want to go for the thing that paralyzed Joe. Is what
Cool.
I'm trying to do.
Cool.
Either is it in the air or is it is subterranean as well?
It's out in the open right now on the ground.
Okay. So
wait, the thing that paralyzed Joe. Yes, it's just another one of these creatures outside.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just I'm gonna I'm gonna run for it. They're just loudly just screaming, "Nobody fucks with my friends!" and angry. And I'm using the hammer two-handed this time, and I'm gonna go for reckless attack on it.
All right.
So yeah, let's do this.
You have in this particular case, they're pretty far away. So what you're going to do is essentially push it. This is going to be like running as fast as you can. You're going to get your attack, but you're going to essentially take advantage for reckless and disadvantage for being kind of out running recklessly too, in a way. So what's going to happen is you're going to get your attacks at straight, but the enemy is going to have advantage on you for the next round. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? Like you recklessly run in a way.
Okay.
Cool.
Sure. Yeah. It's a 19.
Yeah, 19. That hits.
Okay.
This is
Let
outside.
me roll damage really quick. That's with the
You can take
10.
10. Gotcha.
That's a 6. I'm gonna try again. That is
An
an 11.
11
damage.
Does not at the moment.
No,
Cool.
11
So
is
you
the
get out there.
damage.
Okay, yeah. All right, so you get out there, cave in the skull of one of these critters. The one that's immediately threatening Joe. So yeah, like you get exactly what you want at this moment.
Yeah. Awesome. And
Cool,
then
there
I'm
you
gonna
go.
for my second attack. I have a second
All
attack.
right.
I'm gonna go for that. Does this one also regular hit, or do I get advantage on this because of reckless?
You roll it straight up.
Okay.
It's reckless, but you had a disadvantage, so it's straight up. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that's an 18.
18 hits.
Okay, and that is I'm gonna roll that again. Got 2 ones, so that's 4 damage.
4. Cool. So, kind of. I love a good Lord of the Rings reference. You know, the very beginning of the very first movie when Sauron's out there. Blah! Blah! Like the critters are converging on you, and you have like one swipe, a couple of them go flying this way. Another swipe, a couple of them go flying this way. I think you are now defending Joe. Joe is no longer under any kind of threat. So yeah, you're standing above Joe's body, frozen next to you. I don't know how to describe. You are standing above Joe, even though Joe is fully standing as well. Next, Sella.
Sorry, I just want to add. I forgot to add it to the rolls. It's an additional 4 damage because of rage. A 2 per hit.
Additional 4. Gotcha. Yeah. The threat out in the street where you are significantly reduced. Like imagine there's one critter trying to skitter away, doing a critter skitter. Sella, it is your turn.
Just as a reminder, Fairy Fire is still active. So.
Oh, okay. Well,
at advantage. Yeah.
The advantage and disadvantage makes it cancel each other out in general, which is what we did. Yeah. But the next critter has also Fairy Fire on it, so
yes. So Joe is paralyzed.
Make a Constitution save.
Me?
Yes.
I'm not on the ground though.
You're paralyzed. No, Joe's paralyzed, not you. Sorry. Yeah, you're good.
Not me.
Cool.
And I will make a roll for this. Do I think any sort of like healing magic will help with that?
You can do some science about it.
How do I? Okay. I mean, I'm going to rule it then. Okay, yeah. I mean, Stella wouldn't know if it's going to work or not. So I was going to go, I don't know if this is going to work, but hey, kid, don't die on me. You're the best errand person I got. And I'm going to cast Healing Word on Joe.
Okay.
Healing Word as a bonus action.
All right, so bonus action Healing Word on Joe. Just, I guess, roll health. Yeah. Roll reverse damage.
Yeah. That you get 4 points of healing.
Cool.
I rolled a 1, sorry.
Joe, You take 4 points of healing. Cool. Would you like to do anything else with your turn?
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but oh boy, what am I trying to say? Oh, right. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Incilius told us where the leader was, correct?
Yes.
How far away is the leader?
Up in the air, a good top of a building's height. Pretty far away. I think you can push it, and depending on what you do, affect that area. And we'll see.
How many feet?
things.
How many feet away?
I don't know feet. We're talking. Do I need to look it up? I don't know how tall. Big building. Big building up.
Are we talking more than 90 feet?
I think so.
God
At the
damn
moment.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I can make it work. That's fine.
Okay.
Are we talking more than 120 feet?
Roll me a d20.
Okay.
Just roll a d20.
Okay. That's a natural 20.
Okay.
I'm very invested in the result of this too.
Right at
Just
the edge,
FYI.
right on the edge of what you can affect with whatever this is you're about to do is this
Sick.
critter. So
Great. So then as my action, because healing word is a bonus action, as my action, I'm gonna look at this leader up in the air and go, "You dead!" And I'm gonna throw a potion and I'm gonna cast Firebolt.
okay.
It's got a range of 120 feet. All right, let me see if I can hit it. That is a 15.
15 to hit. Okay. I want to resolve this in a bit, actually. Sella, you have directed your attention and violence towards this figure.
Yes. Yes,
Keep
I have.
keep this little bit in mind. We're gonna get
Okay.
to the end of this round and resolve
Okay.
stuff here. Because you rolled a natural 20 and all right, so let me okay, I think I got it. So Joe, what is your situation right now? You're paralyzed right now, right?
I am. Do I get a chance to try and save against that again, or no?
You do. Make another Constitution save. Is this good
it's
healing?
probably
or bad
probably the one and only natural one in the game.
Oh no. Okay.
I
right,
already
that's
had
fine.
one. So
Okay.
I
All
have
right.
a +1 if that helps.
Gotcha. I had a weird mechanic in my brain for this, but we're just gonna leave it at that. You have not unparalyzed yourself right now. Joe.
And that thing is no longer scared of me either.
Joe, you may kind of can speak if you'd like. That's something you can do at the moment. I'm just saying that to keep it in mind. I don't want to say you can't do anything for this whole round.
Do I have any spells that are only verbal? Damn it, that one's not helpful.
Dang, I'm sorry.
Wait, is there a way I can use that to my advantage? I do have one spell that is only verbal components.
What's
do
it?
anyway.
What's
It's gonna be a tough one.
What's good? Give me how much money? How much money do you have, like in general?
358.
Okay. Because yeah. Okay, so you spent that 142, and okay, so you have 358 bit gold in your account at the moment. You have on your screen on your digital eye, you see a prompt come up. It says, "Would you like to try again?" Question mark.
I focus my iris on the yes.
Okay.
Little magical paperclip. It looks like you're trying to not get. It looks like you're trying to save out of paralysis. Do you need help?
You may roll 2 D100s.
All right. 72.
Okay.
Oh boy. I keep rolling high on these ones.
High rolling, baby.
Are you kidding me? 93.
3. Okay. Okay, that's another 165 out of your account. All right. So you say, would you like to try again? I guess you click OK. 165 bit gold is deducted from your account, and you may make another Constitution saving throw if you'd like.
Dear God.
What the fuck?
Oh, dirty 20.
Okay, 20 does it. You are now free to move.
Nice.
You have your turn too.
Oh, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. Is that thing still in front of me, or did Shiva take it out?
You are safe right now. There is a critter that is within 30 feet of you.
I'm
the last
going
one in the
to
vicinity.
attack it. And I forgot the first time I actually get 2 attacks for 1 attack action because of my pact.
Hit it.
So I'm going to attack it twice with my light sword.
Your tube of dangerous light.
My tube of dangerous light.
Your
My
glow
dangerous
stick.
capitalistic light.
By the way, remember that you used essentially spirit damage before, and it seemed to be less effective. Would you like to change the color or type of damage on your lightsaber?
Yeah, I'll do.
Your tube of light.
I mean, if I could, sure. I'll do
Yeah, sure. You click a
like
button.
radiant.
Okay. You click a button on your tube of light. It turns into a bright yellow. Could you roll 1d100, please?
41.
Okay. That's another 41 bit gold deducted from your account, and you now have radiant damage on your tube.
Fantastic.
I've never seen D100s used so much before.
Oh my God. I got a story to tell you afterwards, Morgan.
Oh shit. Okay.
That is a 16 to hit on the first attack.
Hits.
Fantastic. And the second is not going to hit with an 8.
I think maybe just give me that damage.
Yeah, that's going to be minimal. That's 4. Fantastic. I'm
Okay.
doing great tonight, guys.
With 4 radiant damage, you get over there and you like quadrisect this critter. It is gone, and you have cleared this area. The streets and the lobby are now safe. Next, after Joe, is going to be these critters. You hear kind of in the distance fighting from other denizens of Elsie. There's a lot of people like you guys around. You're not alone out here, and you're doing the best you can, just like everyone else. It seems as though the critters, after having made themselves apparent, that was like an end game thing for them, because this is a very dangerous place for them. They're kind of getting done in at the moment. Like, you look around, you're watching the exploding guys running around, having carried one of their heads filled with explosives, chunks at another one. Like, you see all kinds of like just, colorful characters doing their thing. You see like a guy turns into like tentacles and essentially like envelops one of them. You see somebody like turn one into a tree. All this kind of weird stuff just happening. The town has begun to rally in this turn. Next is going to be Mim. I think maybe you are watching as what is happening to the guy up on the building. What's happening there? Like I said, it's going to be weird. What's on your mind? Like, what are you thinking? Like,
I mean, I've closed the gap a little bit. I got 30 feet closer in the last round. Again, my arms are changing into this sort of from these funnel-like structures to sort of like they're converging to like needle-like points, and I'm raising them up towards this, this individual to take aim.
Cool.
I was going to upcast magic missile to 3rd level and fire off a few bolts.
Neat. These are like needles coming out of you.
I've got lagging up a little bit here. Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
So you're basically shooting off a magic missile at this guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Needles out of our friend. Next, we're gonna just kind of maybe resolve this last turn at the moment. So help me out with what had just happened, just real quick. So you've turned your attention to the guy up on the building. I think
And
with that natural
I
20,
saw Sella like shoot the firebolt as well, right?
you're both kind of turning your weapons up towards the sky at the sky. You watch as you look on your one of you maybe glance down at your mini map of like the people who are actively engaged in this fight. You're watching as one of them seems to be like closing in on this figure up on the stage, up on the building. I keep minimizing the thing I need. But you watch as this figure looking down upon you is essentially shoved off the building by someone that came up behind him. This person that came up behind him looks down upon everyone and just kind of like flops a appendage around at you. From where you are, you know it's somebody that you know who this person is, who this figure is anyway. Everybody but Mim anyway. I think Mim, what you're seeing is you see as a little girl, but she's made out of blue gelatin, has knocked this creature off of the building, is looking down and flopping an appendage at you. The rest of you know this is Goop. This is someone who lives in the city with you, and it's a gelatin person, a slime. And yeah, now the
Solid.
this figure is now plummeting towards the street.
Liquid.
Yeah, solid or liquid, kind of in between. This figure is plummeting towards the street, like just right there for everybody to blast. I would like for every one of you who is interested to do a round of attacks in whatever way that you feel you should.
Okay, question. Did my firebolt, because I threw the potion before they were knocked off, does that hit or
You're gonna get 2 attacks. You're gonna
because
get 2 here.
we didn't finish my turn because we were gonna do it later. I did roll a 15.
You rolled a
to 15.
hit. It does.
It does.
How many
Okay.
how many do you get in a round? Firebolts.
I won, but if I get a second attack, I'll do a different spell.
Okay.
well.
Roll 1 round of firebolt, 1 round of your other thing. Everyone else gets whatever amount of attacks you get in a round at this thing, and we're gonna see what happens.
Can I amend what I was doing then instead of doing
Yes,
magic
absolutely.
missile?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. In that case, I'm going to spend a sorcery point to turn a spell casting into a bonus action, and I'm going to use lightning bolt at this guy, and then
Okay.
I'm going to use my spell casting action to firebolt as well.
Okay. Starting with, I think I'm gonna do a little bit of crazy math. I am so bad at math. I want to go. Everybody, get ready with your biggest, best shot here. Your biggest, best round of shots, I guess. Just like roll them, get your stuff ready. We're looking at AC 15. We're looking at if you have a save you want to do, tell me what that is.
They're going to need to make me a DC 14 dexterity save.
Cool.
Does the fact that they're flying grant disadvantage
yes
or fall?
you said 14?
14, yes.
Okay, fails that. Just roll full damage.
Does a 25 hit?
It does.
Sick.
I outsourced the math.
God, Jesus, this is nuts.
And we're going to look at 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. What's max falling damage?
Depends on how high.
The height, yeah, it depends on the height. 26 per 10 feet, right?
We're just going to say it's max.
It says 1,000.
That's
Whoa.
20 d6. So let's see if you guys kill this
1,200.
guy before he hits the ground.
120? I don't know. Numbers.
So I did 13 points of fire damage with my firebolt potion, and then I throw another one, which is my acid arrow potion, and I did 12 points of acid damage with that one.
Okay. That was That was Sella. Anybody else ready?
Increases by 1d10.
Yeah.
Sure.
Joe pushes a couple buttons and points one of her fingers where she's got like little diodes coming from the wrist contraption and fires off an Eldritch Blast, doing a whopping 2 points of the fuck is Eldritch Blast? What kind is that? Necromantic?
Force damage, I think.
Force damage.
That
2
sounds
points
right.
of force damage. Woohoo.
That was just one shot or both shots, or
That's just wait.
Yeah, you tear up, so you get an extra Eldritch Blast.
he's unable to dodge, so you can have advantage.
We're at level 5. Okay, well, all right. In that case, sorry, I would have had that rolled. That is a 20. No, yeah, a 22
That hits.
for a D10. 9 points, so a total of 11 points out of the 2 shots.
All
That's
right.
better.
Okay, that's Sella. That's Joe. Who's next?
Okay. So I did 39 points of lightning damage with my lightning bolt.
Okay.
I hit armor class 17 with my firebolt. And rolling 2d10 for that, I got an additional 16 points of damage.
16.
39, 49, 55 points of damage altogether.
Cheese and rice.
Okay. Cool. I think I got it. That's okay, so that's Mim. That's Joe. That's Sella. And Silius?
Yeah, that silly little satellite I have up in orbit. I'm just gonna go ahead and call that down, and it's just gonna go ahead and charge up, and then I need either 1 or 2 dexterity saving throws. I don't know how we're doing this. If we're doing,
I
both in
failed
one.
one. I failed one of them.
Okay. And so in that case, it's gonna be for the failed one. Give me 1 sec.
Play Helldivers a lot, so this is
That
is that
is
laser.
14 points of damage.
Okay.
And then for the not so failed one, or for the one that saved, give me 1 more sec. That is so that'll be 6. And then I believe I get to make a spell attack for my bonus action, Barney, with his cute little guy. That's going to be I should have done this one already. That's 17 to hit.
Yep.
So then that is just going to be 5 points of damage.
5 more.
Fire, flame, fire, whatever it is. Hot.
All right. Cool. So right before we hit Shiva, this guy is shoved off a building, plummeting to the streets below, absolutely lit the fuck up by all of you guys who have like kind of stood in a circle, just blah, 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 just shit coming from the sky, shit coming from your hands, shit coming from your bank account, all kinds of stuff going on. And then this guy essentially plummets to the ground, splat right there, right on the concrete, right where you are, waiting for the opening, the opened welcoming hammer of Shiva, who is just like dragging it over to him. Shiva, let me see what you got.
I got 19 points of damage. 2 hits.
19 points of damage. Okay, all right. Which is, unless I'm just horribly mistaken, 143 points of damage done right then. Falling damage will put him over the 175 that he has, which means that like this thing gets lit up, hits the ground, splat. It's like kind of twitching there. It looks like the clothes that we're wearing splatted as well. It's kind of a weird kind of just green smoking mess in the ground. And as Shiva, as you approach it, you look down and you're seeing essentially a human skull covered in what looks like green tar and green, like just smoke, and just it's just hissing up at you. And you just like, I don't know, take it away.
Oh, me? Okay.
Yeah.
Just walks over, dragging the hammer, picks it up, puts it on his shoulder, and just looks down. Pathetic. And just boom.
And like splat, just like an explosion of green and black and slime and nastiness. I think over the next 15 minutes or so, the critters that once attacked in a very kind of organized manner, ambushing from up under the ground, are driven away or killed. You like several people who are kind of exploring the thing. It seems like the sewer area, the subterranean area, is part of the city. Like there are several people who live down there, and it seems as though that they were also paralyzed first. So like this was a very coordinated attack from some kind of what someone sends a message, some kind of magic user, some kind of summoner. Would anybody like to? I don't know. Like this is we're kind of wrapping up a little bit. Would anybody like to maybe go about doing anything in the aftermath of this attack? Like just to like take it away a little bit.
I think
I will.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I will jump down from the roof
Okay.
and just go, God, this is what I pay fucking adventurers to do. And I'll look at Shiva and Mim and go, really strong person and spellcasting robot. What are your names?
I turn to you. I snap to attention, like literally, snap to attention. And one of my needle-like arms salutes you, and I say, "I am Infiltration Autonome M1M1C. You may call me Mim. Do you have an assignment for me?" Yes, indeed.
Possibly. Let me get back to you on that. And you, as I point to Shiva.
Hello, I'm Shiva. How's it going?
All right. Here's the deal. You come to my shop, I'll fix whatever you want. You don't even have to buy a potion, but I may make you test one of my experimental potions. And then I'll look at I will look at Joe and I will look at Incilius and go, you two already know the deal, but you did good work in that fight. So you want any repairs done? You don't even have to buy a potion, but don't go spreading it around. I don't want people thinking I'm soft.
You hear Barney from his Firebird. What? You hear Barney from in there. You hear like in a staticky kind of voice. He's like, I made a pretty big mess in here. I'm wondering if you have any magical soap, maybe some magical spray, cleaning spray. It's getting in my instruments. Oh no, this is gonna be. Ugh.
You know, Stella, it's funny that you mentioned that. I was on my way to your shop to get this repaired.
All right. You know what? You helped me out of that weird teleporting fucking thing. And then I helped you out with my healing word. Clearly, that's what got you unparalyzed, obviously. But for you did good work for me. Yeah, I'll fix it. Actually, Marty will fix it as my hammer kind of flies up. But I'll help. I'll oversee.
She just pulls her hood back over her face and just melts into the crowd to just meet you at the shop whenever you're ready, because she does not want to be seen.
All right. And I think you guys kind of hear over the radio, all right, it's your old man Spaceman here with another update on the goings on today. We got hit from underground. Anybody knows about these critters that come from underground? I think we've heard about it before, but nothing we couldn't handle. You know what? I'm sure somebody out there might go ahead and give everybody like a round of, whatever you happen to want from the new bar. All right. Oh man, I took one of those little things from the feet, and I got stabbed in my foot, but then I fought valiantly, and I'm so glad we're done now. But anyway, I wanted to thank everybody. You know, you could have been anywhere, but you chose to be elsewhere. And anyway, welcome to Elsie, guys. Yeah, that's the game for tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. I guess just another round of everybody, who you are, what you do, where we can find you. Yeah, Shiva. I think we know where to find Steve. Yeah, you take it away, man.
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
Hello. I'm Steve, also known as Sassy Pants. I run Pantsless Tables. You can find me here. You can find me there. You can find me everywhere under Pantsless Tables. Exciting news. A couple of quick things. One, we raised a total of $95 for the cause over the past few weeks, which is really cool. And we have 2 more charity streams confirmed, and we have 1 mini campaign running till the end of March. So I'm hoping we hit $200 by the end of it. That's the goal, at least. And in other news, as we outro, in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be launching merch for Pantsless Tables. I've been working really hard to make sure that happens. We've got shirts, hoodies, really cool custom dice, neon green, and a bunch of really cool other things. We will be shipping all over the world, with, of course, priority to India and Asia, because it's easier to ship from India. But worldwide shipping will also launch at the same time. And the goal is to update the merch shop every 3 to 4 months. And also, as a thing that I have to legally read out, because of things that I have been told that have to be legally read out. 1 sec, let me pull it up really quick. I should have done this, but 75% of all profits that we make are paid directly to the creators as compensation for intellectual property and licensing. This is to people who are in our games, or merch designers and our artists and everything else. It goes out to, so yeah. I'm just trying to be because I can't afford to pay people to be on our games, but I can afford to pay them a percentage of our profits, because as minute as they will be as we launch. But anyway, that's all from me. I had a very good time in this game. This was fun, and I would love to host you all on Pantsless Tables in the future.
Mim.
Hi again, folks. Once again, I'm Jay, and let's see, you can find me on the socials at Transplant Asian on Instagram and at JAfrica, pretty much everywhere else. Let's see, you can find me every Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, in which I play a stream with Happy Jack's RPG Network. Right now, we're doing a campaign called the Astral Circus. It is a modified 5th edition 2024 game in which we play a variety of spell-jamming travelers after the events of Baldur's Gate 3. Let's see, you can also catch me this Sunday at Alamo Draft House in downtown Los Angeles, where I'll be DMing for their Dungeons and Draft House event. And also in about mid-March, you can catch me and a writing team are writing a number of adventures for the D&D Adventurers League. If you're attending WonderCon out in Anaheim, you can play those adventures. So, awesome, Morgan. I'm hoping to make it there. If I can still get a DM slot, I'll probably, spend at least like a day or 2 over there, and hopefully I'll catch you over there. So yeah, that's where you can find me. I would like to send just personally, I would like to give a big thank you to Andrew for running this game. Thank you so much. Steve, thank you so much again for hosting. And a special thanks to Just the Human for arranging all of this and just doing everything that they do for charity TRPG.
All right. Ancilius.
Oh, hi, hello, that's me. Hi, hello, and good night, everyone. I have been the internet's Miguel Classico. You can find me wherever social medias are sold at Miguel_Classico, minus Blue Sky, which is really the only place I'm active anymore because, fuck Zuckerberg and the rest of them, honestly. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, you can actually find me tomorrow evening here on Twitch at Don't Kill My Character, We'll be doing the follow-up to a Masks one-shot that I ran forever ago. So if you love superheroes and feelings, come check us out tomorrow evening. Otherwise, I'm just out and about. I am a TTRPG performer, mercenary, writer, editor. If you'd like someone to look at your stuff and make it better, hit me up. I love collabing.
Cool. All right, Sela.
Hello, my name is Morgan. You can find me at Attack on Morgan on every social media, TikTok, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, Twitter, all of the above. Normally you can catch me not tomorrow, but next Wednesday on the Dyson Autism Twitch channel as a part of the New Rallis campaign, a 1920s inspired D&D 5th edition campaign. We have just come back from a 9-month hiatus. Excited to get back into it. And then on March 12th, you can catch me in the other campaign on the Dyson Autism Twitch channel as a part of the Tales Guild, Tales of Aegis, as that is where I will start guesting as my character, and I'll be there for a little bit. So that's Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can also find me over on the Pick Your Poison Productions YouTube channel. I do the Roguelike Rumbles, live interactive immersive D&D events. They all get streamed and uploaded to YouTube after the fact. I also do Rumble Ventures, which are little one-shots that take place in the same world as the Rumble of what do these champions do when they're not trying to kill each other to be the best. And I do Dreadful over there as well, which is a horror-based TTRPG stream where every time we play a different horror-based TTRPG, and it's same characters, different universes. And so we did a panel at Midsummer Scream with it over the summer. Very cool, very fun. Also, if you live in the Los Angeles area or you just want to check it out on Twitch or YouTube, Pick Your Poison Productions. Season 4 of the Roguelike Rumbles is starting back up Thursday, March 13th. I will not be playing in it. However, wonderful, talented people will. It's sure to be a great time. Check that out. Also, you can catch me at WonderCon as well. I will be there all 3 days cosplaying. Friday, I'll be Starfire. Saturday, I'll be Dorian Storm from Critical Role as a part of a modern-day Critical Role group. And Sunday, I will be Blossom as a part of a Power Punk girls group. So Powerpuff Girls with punk. Say hi. Yeah, I'll be there. Also, I am in a Peter Pan ballet as a part of Releve Revelry Productions. So on April 4th and 5th here in Los Angeles, you can come see me be a star and a pirate in Peter Pan. It's a great time. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of other projects coming out via Tales Guild and other stuff that I can't talk about yet. And also, as somebody who lives in Los Angeles, thank you so much for raising money for Project Hope. I did want to shout them out. The stuff that they are doing specifically for the Los Angeles fire is they are providing health consultations, distributions of air purifiers and air filters and PPE, clean water. They are also building a comprehensive mental health and psychosocial support program to help, as well as including psychosocial activities for children and adolescents to help them cope with the trauma that has occurred from these fires. So they're doing really incredible, amazing stuff. So please check them out. Thank you to Jess the Human for organizing all of this to benefit Project Hope and the people affected by these wildfires. Thank you to Andrew for DMing. Thank you to Steve for hosting. Thank you for all of you for playing and all of you for being here and donated. It really, really means a lot because even though these fires are put out, the damage that has been sustained is long lasting and will continue to be. And so we got to keep continuing to help and support everybody out here. So thank you.
Morgan knows everyone and everything. All right, Joe.
Hey, I'm H. I can be found at Rollin' Dirty, mostly on Threads, but a few other places too, Instagram, TikTok, as long as that lasts. I can be found in Castleton. There are a few episodes left to the end of Castleton, and if you have not checked it out, you absolutely should. VODs are available. Highly recommend. It is epic as fuck. I can also be found with Fate Arc Eclipse on Boss Jellybean's channel, and pretty much just hanging around the internet. I would love to one day produce my own. I do run 2 games as it is, but do not have the tech available to me yet. But keep your eye out and follow us because we got some big things in the very slow works. And thank you so much, Andrew, for running this. Thank you, Steve, for hosting it. I believe there was somebody who did the overlay as well.
Yeah. This is Zephyrite. I just wanted to say, you can find them at Zephyrite, Xepherite. Very, very cool. I sent a bunch of just a mess of stuff I thought was the right vibe, and they came up with almost immediately this backdrop we have, which I was blown away by. I thought it was just super cool. I just wanted to give them a shout out, Zephyrite. And yeah, I'm Andrew. Hi. This has been this has been great. This is like an actual like bucket list thing, is like playing D&D, like for something other than just like, playing around, amusing myself. Hopefully get to do the thing I like to do for some good. That's been like the entire thing, and I would love to do it more. I'd love to play more. I'd love to DM more. I'd love to just hang around you guys. Like you can find me at the Barto TTRPG Guild at Cartersville Library every Saturday. That's where you can find me. I don't have much of an internet thing. I'm the real Bearden on the internet, and that's what I got going. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Steve, for doing this. Thank you, everybody, for showing up and being so cool. I'm gonna either pass out or stay up all night. I don't know which one yet.
Yes, both.
Both is good.
All right. Well, thank you so much. This is again for the Project Hope for the fires. Everybody, just like do what we can. We're gonna have to deal with this for.
To everybody who viewed, who sat there and watched this absolute chaos.
I really appreciate it. I love you all. This is Steve, save me.
All right. Again, thank you all for watching. Thank you everyone who volunteered their time to be here, and to everyone who donated. It's all going to a really good cause, and yeah, we will. Pantsless will be back Thursday evening for a special Pokemon stream, and we'll see you then.
What?
Stay safe.